Megan Fox has the story.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox, a national journalist.
Mastodon. I will never be able to say that.
It feels like the Flintstones live there.
It does.
Well, don't trust women. I think you just touched on that with your last. That's what they brought. We're going to have to bring back chaperones.
Jesus, no.
Just careful. Stop! Break! Ooh. Hard right.
How did you screw up a stove, Megan? You're a woman. I thought that was baked into you, like at the genetic level, how to operate kitchen equipment.
And honestly, Megan, if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I've been very nice to you.
You got Dino hanging out outside chewing on a large bone. I highly recommend being targeted by the New York Times and Rolling Stone for weight loss. And I'd say, keep it coming. I need to lose 20 more. Please, keep it coming.
Explain to me, Megan, why did this country not have a holiday once a year? That's the time you vote. If you don't show up and vote, up your ass. You don't get another chance. You don't get, I don't care if you're in the hospital. Crawl to the stake, crawl there. But that's it. One day, 12 hours, and then you're done. And you count them that day, and that night you know who the hell won.
I will eat you alive. You want to tangle? You want to go?
The only thing going through my head is, what are you going to do when Megan Fox runs wild on you, brother?
He made a deal with the devil. She's the devil.
He wants that.
Oh, God.
Gross! Oh! All right, penalty box for Slug. Yep.
Of a mile.
Are you ready to behave yourself now, Slug?
This frustrating rep.
Are you ready to behave yourself? Repossessed puppies? I'm hiding pork chop. Have you seen his little pork chop? Oh my God, pork chop is the cutest.
That sounds bad.
Have you seen it?
Pork. It's pork.
Though you may be tempted, do not contact any person or persons mentioned on this stream. Do not even think about contacting anyone who may be the topic of the daily news. If you should do that, the host will question your IQ, possibly call you names, and mock you for disobeying these basic rules of decency.
All the best.
All the best. Good afternoon on a Sunday. Isn't it strange? I'm never here on a Sunday, but things have to happen when they happen. And I am going out of town starting on Tuesday, and I'll be gone the rest of the week. So today was the only day that I was going to be able to fit this in. And I'm looking forward to talking to all of you because this is it's going to be an awesome stream. My name is Megan Fox. If you don't know me, I am a medium smart journalist, apparently only the second female journalist on YouTube. And I'm only medium smart, really. I can't pump myself up that much. I get stuff wrong sometimes. It happens. I don't know. I'm not the greatest. But I'm medium good. I'm good enough. And I do have really great friends, though. And my friends are here with me. Mo in the deep end, Rogue Mama, who is my managing mod. And it was very important to me that she be here today. And a new guest, a new friend, CYBERCHICK. CYBERCHICK has a YouTube channel where she talks about cybersecurity and and cults. Because her niece got caught up in the Twin Flames cult, which we watched here on my channel. I don't know if you guys remember, but we did watch that. And it was harrowing, unbelievable. Anyway, welcome CYBERCHICK and the panelists. The chat is asking me for a TLDR. They're like, who is this person, Jess Machado, and why do I care? All right, I'm going to do my best to give you a TLDR. Here we go. Jess Machado came on my radar about a year ago when she decided she was starting a YouTube channel. I mean, I followed the Karen Reed case, but I had never heard of her. I didn't see her tweeting from the courtroom or whatever it was that she did. I guess that's the claim to fame. She sat in a courtroom and she live tweeted from it, and everybody was just so thrilled with this tweeting that she got a bazillion followers and she blew up overnight. So, and of course she was dealing with Aiden Carney and, Turtle Boy. So she got a nice big push and she got started on YouTube and got almost 10,000 subscribers very quickly, very, very quickly. And anything that comes very quickly can also leave very quickly. You have to be careful about not putting in your time on something and getting it handed to you, because sometimes it can all go wrong. And what I remember her coming to my attention for was that she was making a big deal about being the very first female journalist on YouTube.
Legitimately,
like, wait, what?
legitimately, as a funny person who studies, honestly, one of the most unintentionally hysterical things, like the delivery, the earnestness, the shocking lack of perception, all of it. Now, it was more funny, tragic, funny, but hysterical if you have dark sense of humor.
Funny. It was. And we razzed her a little bit gently about
Didn't she
it.
get a Giphy? She got a Giphy nomination.
She got a Giphy nomination from Rosalind Duke. She was nominated for the Go Fuck Yourself Award for that statement because it was just so off the wall. And I mean, Megyn Kelly is on YouTube, you guys. Megyn Kelly.
Barbara Walters.
Tucker Carlson is on YouTube. I mean, I realize he's not a female, but still, there are journalists everywhere. There are journalists. Well, maybe he is. I don't know. I mean, who am I to?
It's 2026. I'm not assuming
That's
anything
true.
anymore.
I'm not going to. But I mean, there's all these true crime reporters. There's so many reporters on YouTube. Not to mention me, not to mention Mo. I mean, there's just a ton of them. So anyway, we thought that was funny. That was the last time I thought about her. She got nominated for the Giphy. She threw a fit. Her bunnies came at me a year ago, and I was just like, whatever. I don't know. And I never saw her again. I don't know what she was doing. Then all of a sudden, my feed starts blowing up with Broken Baker drama involving this woman accusing Broken Baker. And you guys know Baker, he's a friend of the program, accusing Broken Baker of being a sex predator, preying on women. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. These are big allegations. Let's look into the evidence. Let's see what it is. And the evidence was shit. Okay. There was no evidence. The evidence was Baker got into a sexting relationship with somebody he shouldn't have. And that went poorly. And then she decided to dump all of their embarrassing sexting messages on the internet. And Jess Machado, for some reason, thought this was a good thing to do for journalism, was to repeat these allegations, make a big deal about it. And, good to see you, Jess. Thanks for being here. Dropping super chats will not make this stop, but we're glad to see you here. Thanks for the 5. I was the only female independent journalist in Massachusetts with a YouTube, not the world.
So there's no other Massachusetts independent female journalist?
Hold on. What
are we sure? Can we
said either, Jess? You said you were the only female journalist on YouTube. You also make this weird claim that 24 on 24 is the biggest show in the world. This show that you drive around in your car with the camera off, ordering coffee. I guess we've all been doing it wrong. We put in hours of show prep. We have a schedule. We show up on camera. We do our show. I guess we're doing it wrong. We should just be driving around town yelling at baristas and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I did have a question. What did Haiti personally do to you? I've been watching 7 hours. No, I have a model. I'm pretty sure I've lost this. I don't even know why that's there anymore. Don't even know if I need any of that anymore. And look, it's not my jam. I didn't really even watch you, and I don't begrudge people watching you, because if it's their
Agreed.
jam, look, I like Sailor Moon at the age I am. I'm a weirdo. What would you say you do? Because I was trying to follow you, with the Aiden stuff and everything else, and there's just a lot that I don't seem to be picking up. But if you focus just on yourself, I'm sure you have lovely bunnies. I don't know why you have to come out and attack people.
I don't either, and I don't think I ever would have noticed. What she was up to, except that she made these allegations against Baker. And when we asked her for evidence, she finally posted her evidence on Twitter. Then when we all said that evidence proves the opposite, she deleted her entire Twitter. And she's admitted that that evidence did not show what she said happened. So she still hasn't apologized. I told her that, until the apologies start flowing towards the people that you're alleging terrible things. These are life-ruining allegations, Jess. You don't call somebody a sex predator and then you think, and that's your opinion. That's not an opinion. It's a statement of fact. And if Baker wanted to, he could take it to a judge. So I think you should just apologize. You don't have the evidence you said you did. You backed a woman who is, by all accounts, a little bit nuts, and you should just apologize, and then the shaming can stop. All right.
And we're getting to a point where we need to call out toxic female behavior. We're pretty good about calling out really toxic male behavior. But when it comes from a female, it needs to be called out. And if it takes another betitted, third medium smart journalist to say something along with the second, we're here. But we can't let females continue to be toxic and ridiculous. It's not safe. Everyone deserves to be respected regardless of gender.
And also, I wrote a book on false allegations that women make. And people have been asking me, some of our crossover chatters have been saying, why are you doing this? Why are you going after Jess? This is my wheelhouse. This is what I do. I look at people who make accusations, who don't back it up with facts, and then we talk about it. And then I might write a book about it. I've already written a book about many false allegations brought against men by women. I don't believe in believing women. I believe in believing evidence. And I think all people they can be either good and honest, or they can be bad and terrible. And it doesn't matter if they've got a vagine or a peen, okay? That doesn't matter. That doesn't make any difference. You can be a shitty ass liar if you have a vagine, and you can be a shitty ass liar if you have a peen. And it's up to us to look at the facts and figure out which one it is. Just because you're a female doesn't give you a pass from me. It just doesn't. I've known too many shitty females in my life. I've been a member of too many, boards of women who act like absolute jackasses to ever give them, the benefit of the doubt. Okay. I'm going to need to see your evidence. That's all there is to it. So far.
If I can jump in, Megan, I'm Cheryl. I'm CyberChick, Boston, everyone. Thank you for having me here. First of all, I really appreciate it. Megan knows this. I was on the fence about coming in, and I don't want to stir the pot, but I do think facts and data are so important. I have a cybersecurity background, and everything that we do when we look at the cyber criminals is based on fact, data, analytics, assess the risk. The one thing that I agree with what you're saying with the evidence, but also respect boundaries, whether it is Baker setting up those boundaries or I'm setting up the boundaries. No is a complete sentence. Feel comfortable. Teach your children, especially the females in your life, to set boundaries that make it safe for them and to stick to those boundaries. It's critical, and also critical thinking. Those are the things I want to weave into this conversation. Boundaries, and everyone not having a cult-like mindset. Let's have critical thinking on every level.
So it's interesting you're saying cult-like mindset, because I'm seeing some signs over there. I've spent the last week listening to her content. For people who tell me, oh, you haven't listened to her show, I have listened to over 20 hours, maybe more. Actually, probably more, because each stream she does is like 4 hours, and I've listened to at least 6 or 7 or 8 of them. Like I've got a lot. And I am seeing things and hearing things with the way that she is with the chat, and the way that the chat, the things she says to them, it's very culty to me. And I have some evidence of that today to show you when I come across it. But why we're here is this is not about Baker. Today, it's about CYBERCHICK. Today, it's about Cheryl. And Cheryl has a lovely channel, and Cheryl is doing good things. But I want to hear, Cheryl, how did you become aware of the Machado verse? How did you get involved with that? Because you became a mod, and Rogue's here too for the mod perspective, by the way. Rogue, thank you for being a managing mod on my channel, and I truly appreciate you. And I just thought it would be interesting to have you here as well. The mods do such amazing work for absolutely nothing. They volunteer. They work really hard. They do not have to be here. I tell my mods all the time, you could be doing anything else. And if you did, I wouldn't blame you. But if you happen to drop in and drop some links, I'm so thrilled that you're here. And Rogue helps me amazingly. And she does it for nothing. She never asks me for anything. It's amazing how much she does. So how did you become involved in this world?
How did I do it? Why? So at a high level, my family was in an Amazon documentary, a Prime documentary called Desperately Seeking Soulmate, with a Boston family that features a cult twin flames universe. And I wanted to get that word out. That documentary aired 2 years ago. We waited until Brianna, my niece, was safe and home and doing well. My family supported it. I said, I'm going to go on YouTube. At the same time, I was getting really interested in the Kieran Reed trial. So I was watching it through Melanie Little. So I'm new. I'm new to YouTube, and I'm not a main character. I was in the chats, but that was it. So I was brand new at the same time. So I went live. My first show was October 10th. And I think Jess went live. I think she went live maybe a month before, a month after. I don't even know. I caught her because of the Kieran Reed trial, and I couldn't decide. I was on the fence. She was really good at the beginning. She was just different, or maybe I was just enthralled because I was new. I mean, mistakes were made probably on everyone's end. I didn't like her. I liked her. I didn't like her. I hated that she was always promoting trad wives. I have a strong, my reaction to her was visceral. So I said, I wrote her an email. I wrote her a note I wrote her a DM on Twitter just to say, I've subbed and unsubbed so many times, but you're a journalist, so I want to tell you my story. And at the same time, I was reaching out to people. Shizzy and Mo had me on. Thank you very much. My very first show appearance was.
Wait a minute. Your very first. Hold on. Your very first show that you did on YouTube to tell your story was on whose channel?
My very first guest appearance was on Shizzy Wisnut and Mo.
Shizzy Wisnut?
Yeah.
And Mo in the deep.
Zach connected.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Zach
Jess Machado made me believe that she was the reason for your entire channel.
Sorry. Whoa. I can't believe Zach, Prince of Wales,
Zach connected
you guys, because he gets timed out every time he's in my chat. I have to time him out.
There is a paradox between really awesome, caring person and then like me says the most outrageous, unhinged things, thinking that they're normal.
Zach is nice. Don't tell anyone.
He is. No.
Don't tell anybody.
It is our game. He gets upset if I don't time him out for 10 seconds.
I've timed Zach out.
All right. We actually, I'm just shocked, Cheryl, that the first shows you were on were Shizzy Wisnut and Mo in the Deep End, because I was led to believe that everything good that happened to you was because of Jess Machado and your modding on her show.
I was led to believe that too. Yeah. I was led to believe that.
All right, listen, we have her reading that email or the DM that you sent to her. So let's go over that. We'll hear her read the DM you're talking about. And thanks to Olap, by the way, for this compilation. It is amazing. If Rogue, if you could drop the Olap channel.
Is amazing.
Let me
thank you, Olap.
Where has Olap been? How am I just discovering Olap?
Olap is amazing.
I'm dropping the video link in the private chat. Yeah. So you can spam the chat with it. Okay. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. I just did it wrong. Plain text. I don't know why we have to do plain text now instead of just copy paste. All right. Anyway, let's listen to that part and then we'll stop and you can continue from there.
Okay.
Fortunately, I like the unfortunately part.
What is this? I got a message from someone. Hold on. This is important. I got to read it. What does this say? Oh my God. Hi, Jess. I think I accidentally caused trouble in your chat last night with you. That was not my intention. I will be honest. I have subscribed and unsubscribed to you a couple of times. Forget the political differences. That's never a reason for discord. But I seem to barely be really triggered when you say women should stay at home or specifically stay in the kitchen.
I saw that
Oh God, what
I
does
mean,
she make for
executive
food?
Here's the thing about that too, is that I feel like Jess doesn't know who she wants to be or who she is, because she is a working mom. She worked. She worked. She worked at the newspaper, she worked at a radio station, and now she works doing this. And whether you work at home or part-time or whatever, you're still a working mom, like, period.
Yeah.
So it's odd to me.
Well, it's also odd that she doesn't if you're going to promote traditional wife, and I was a stay-at-home mother of 6 children for 12 years, then I would think that her content would exhibit the joy that she gets from all of these things. And you don't have to be a trad wife to enjoy caring for your family, but if this is something that you really feel strongly about, I guess I had expected when I was doing my deep dive to see more, her cooking or her doing things like that show her love for her family. Because there's no right way to show your love for your family, but if this is how you show your love, then I thought that there would be more of that kind of interspersed in there.
Yeah, and so far I haven't really found any of that either, but I find that kind of interesting. Shizzy Wisnot, thanks for being here. Thanks for dropping the 10. Says Jess Machado was not clearly first. Michelle McPhee is an earlier female Boston, Massachusetts journalist with a YouTube presence predating Jess by more than a decade. Yeah, we know it's all, I mean, there's just a lot of inflated ego stuff going on here that makes it very hard for me to watch. And it also makes, I don't understand what the draw is to this. Is it and CYBERCHICK, you're such a sweetheart, and you don't appear to have like an inflated sense of ego. And I don't understand what drew you to this, because I've been listening even from the beginning. This woman has an inflated sense of self that comes across as so insulting to the people she's talking. I have a clip of her saying that God loves her more than anybody else. Literally saying, I truly believe this, that God loves me more than anybody else.
Oh my God.
And even people in the chat are going, I don't like this, Jess. I don't think you should be saying this. She's like, I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyway.
I think you listen to it with so first of all, I used to feel like I have neighbors. He was the chief of police in town. She's a PhD, and they love to watch The Bachelor. And I'd be so judgy. Like, how can you watch that trash? Like, but that was their release. I think this was my release as a cybersecurity professional all day, as fighting the cult. Like, I'm busy doing stuff. I'm a mother of 2 kids.
Yeah.
I'm married 36 years. I don't have time for trash TV, but I found YouTube. Sort of, and honestly,
you're welcome.
Okay, fair.
Move over hard copy inside edition. Welcome, Mo and Megan.
Was new.
I mean, we do. It's true. That's a fair assessment. There's a lot of that here. That's true. And I'm not too proud to admit it. Sometimes we're the equivalent of trash TV. That's true. That's true.
We are cotton candy for your brain, because sometimes you sit and you think about all the things. I mean, today I was on a sojourn into the existential crisis of YouTube. And, sometimes you need to then watch, my 600-pound life with commentary that you make yourself, because balance.
Or my weird addiction, or my strange addiction. I like that one where the people
I always feel so much better about myself after that.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to say anything. I've always worked and raised 2 amazing sons with my husband. I was criticized a lot during that time for working, but my husband and I had the help of an extended family. My sons are adulting, happy, and most important, kind, seriously good adults, which is so wonderful to be a part of. I'm a mentor to women in her field who are raising a family. I always...
In case you're wondering, the bad audio is hers. It's not you. It's not me. It's not your, it'll change. It'll get better in a minute.
Yes. I always say it's completely different for every family, and no one should judge anyone else's situation. When you make this blanket statement, it's insulting to those who can't or don't stay home. I would be better to say, in my situation, I prefer to stay at home. I always try to make others feel bad. I always try not to make others feel bad about their choices. It would be like me saying everyone should work. Providing financial stability to pay for kids' colleges, weddings, and down payments on their first home should be a priority. I would never say that to anyone. We fought really hard for equal pay for the same job, and I'm passionate about it.
Thank you,
I was
CyberChick.
trying
I've been shouting this from the rooftop. If you want to work, then let's support women who want to work. If they want to stay home, let's support women who want to stay home. If they want to do a hybrid or have no children or all the children, how about we just, if we're not asked to pay taxes for it, then we just leave them the hell alone and support women.
Apparently I was triggered because this is quite an email. Okay, let's face it.
But I
is quite
like
a
it.
DM.
There's nothing wrong with it.
It's very sweet.
It's very sweet. It's very, it's kind. If I got an email like this, it would probably make me think about what I had said. You know what I mean? I used to get involved in these culture war debates, including that one. I used to write, when I wrote for PJ Media, I wrote for their lifestyle blog for a while, and we did parenting blogs. And yeah, I've always been a fan of stay-at-home moms and homeschooling, and that's what I did. But I recognize I don't feel there's any value in getting into these arguments anymore, because like you said, every family has to make these decisions for themselves. Every family and every woman has to be able to survive however it is that she can. And I just don't see the value anymore in trying to push what I think is right on other people. I just don't see the point in it.
That's what I always tell is new moms will come to me like, you have 6 children, tell us stuff. And then I always look around because I assume there's another adulty adult that will take over. But I always say, look, I'll tell you what works for my family, but find what works for your family.
For yours.
And put boundaries out there. Your family, may stay up till 11 o'clock, and that's just, your family. But if the kids are fine, they're doing okay in school, and everyone's still breathing, then you're doing a pretty okay job.
And I think too, that's like the really beautiful thing is that we all are different and we all have different types of careers. Like I stayed home or worked part-time before my son went to school. So, we have so much we can learn from each other from our different experiences. Why point them out and shame people because they don't want to have kids or they want to have a job.
That was my biggest thing that I've seen. All joking aside from her content is her bunnies. I feel kind of bad for them because if they have any other different opinion, they're immediately shamed and brought to the center of attention. And it's very, very,
she'll
what we
scream
would
at people
see. We would see at the Twin Flames with what Jeff would do to call you out if you question anything. And I'm not saying she's a cult leader, so just don't get it twisted. First of all, I don't even know how much I would tithe to you. So if you are going to be a cult leader, have your tithing schedule ready for your 501c3. That being said, instead of building people up or taking a moment to say, I always say fair point. If I don't maybe agree with you, but I see the logic and where you got, and it's sound logic. I don't have to agree with you to agree that you had merit in your point and you logicked it out. You don't have to.
Thank you. You say that. I say thank you. Thank you for your point.
Thank you for your opinion.
And I never say I'm sorry either. As a corporate woman, I always say thank you for waiting for me. I never say sorry I was late. I don't know why. It's just the thing I was taught. But I do want to say that I do feel bad for the women who were bullied because of me. That really, I carried that burden. The people that came into my chat that were brave enough, my mods and a few other people, were actually kicked out of her community and given a hard time. Like they couldn't be in both communities. And that weighed on me because that I think that's terrible to do.
And I don't know why you would want that much power. I joke all the time, I'm not Jesus or Oprah, but I don't want to be in charge of making your choices. I want you guys to think critically. You all have different parameters on how you judge things. How arrogant and egotistical is it for me to put my prisms of weirdness on you and force you to feel the way I do? The world is such a better place because we don't all think the same. And that's what YouTube is supposed to be.
We talked about this on my channel a lot when I really walked away from politics back in like 2020, and I refused to engage in that anymore because what I want is for Americans to be friends again. I want us to go back to the time that I remember growing up where Democrats and Republicans would eat dinner together, have fun together, go to the bar together, and not tell anybody who they voted for.
Yep.
You know, it wasn't something when I grew up, you didn't talk about politics or religion.
No.
And everybody just didn't ask, and you just got along anyway. And that's what I want. And so if I want to see that, I have to be that change. And that's what I do on my channel now. We don't get into it. And I reserve space for other people's opinions, you know, and I've befriended people who are way far on the other side politically than I am. And I'm good with that. I like it. I like being surrounded by people with different ideas than me. Because guess what? The older I get, the more I realize the less I know. The less I know. And I feel stupid. God, I was writing articles when I was 20 years old, like I knew what I was talking about.
I know.
I didn't know shit.
I
didn't know shit about anything.
I always pray to have the confidence that in any of my life choices that I did at 19, like I knew things. I thought adults were stupid. They just didn't look at the world the correct way. I knew all this stuff. I was smart. I mean, to have that kind of confidence, like forget, I'll keep cellulite. I want that kind of life confidence again.
It goes back to critical thinking. People are not doing their own critical thinking. They're following certain beliefs just because someone's telling them, and that's where you get into trouble. Even whether it's politics, business, whatever.
All right, what do you think this sounds like, ladies?
All of your tactics against me will fail because I am protected by God. And when I say like I'm the chosen one and God's favorite, I genuinely believe that he looks favor upon me. And this video was this woman like on a podcast, and she was like basically just saying like to like the people who hate her or don't like her, like you don't stand a chance. That there is like a higher power that has like covered me and protected me. And I sincerely believe that. When I was little, we were in Catholic school and we had to look up like the meaning of our name.
Oh my God, now she has stigmata.
Means like God's chosen or God's favorite, or maybe that's just what I've always thought. But I've always had this feeling in my mind that like God just like absolutely like treasures me. Like I genuinely believe that God like loves I think he just loves just me. Like he's
just loves
like
that's the third book of Mormon. God only loves you. No, just
God
you.
only loves Jess Machado. Everybody, stop the presses.
It's the Third Testament. Also,
only her.
That book, the Bible, it has like these commandment things, and that first one is don't make any false idols. And if you're comparing yourself to the Trinity as God's chosen, I see now why you ride in the car, because it's less grounded when the lightning strikes. Makes perfect sense. I would get some Crocs too.
Done. She's not done.
Conversations with other people, and he's like, "That's my favorite one." Like down there, like it's her. She's my favorite. Like he loves everything about me. I genuinely believe that, like God, like really thinks I'm just so charming.
Well, he would be the only one.
Well, God definitely does have a sense of humor. I have decided that. I learned that from just, he definitely has a sense of humor. And I mean, is she going to be the next saint, Jessica Horchata, the saint of the internet?
This is the saint of pistachio macchiatos.
Yes,
I think.
yes.
Okay,
I think
Vatican.
Disturbing though to me, because this is the kind of talk, isn't it, Cheryl? Isn't this the kind of talk that leads people to be held captive to an ideology that is dangerous, like the twin flames thing? Isn't that what that sounds like to you?
It does in a sense. However, I also, because I always try to see both sides of it, I think this is the danger of driving around talking to your best friend on the phone. She forgets that this is the internet, and she's having these conversations that you really shouldn't have. You wouldn't have in a well thought out office or studio. Probably, I mean, maybe
when you get that feedback where you get the person looking at you like, what do you mean by that? Like,
I think I think that's how her chat, she calls them her fans really relate to her though, because now she's sharing and opening up and they feel connected to her. And that part is, you know, I just think they believe her. They'll do anything she says. They'll believe her. They won't believe the facts in front of them. They just follow. But I do think that's just the danger. I don't think could she possibly really believe that? Or is that just?
Well, she keeps saying that she does. She
I
keeps
just
saying,
imagine
I
she
really
really
believe
believes-
this. And then wait, it gets worse. It gets worse.
I think that there is
this video.
if
Sorry,
things
go ahead,
come
Mom.
very easily to you and you do feel that you have always been special, there is a tendency and a very scary thing that you can look at, things going well, maybe a product of a lot of things coming together, and think that you're chosen by God. And if you make yourself into a god, you're not holding yourself accountable to God. And that can be very dangerous.
That can
Now,
be
I'm not saying you
dangerous.
have to,
I don't think
trust
she's
God.
that deep. I
the
don't think she's
universe.
not that
I
deep.
know I am
I think
putting
it's
a
just a
lot of.
passing thought, and she doesn't.
That's what I would think.
This is like a
Right.
random train of thought. Like, I think it's almost like what sometimes I'll be like, and I'll say this privately to somebody. I'm like, hey, is this funny or is this really like psychotic? And
I've never gone on the God loves me the most out of everyone.
And I
kinda
mean, and that's part of the problem with even like the prosperity gospel and all that kind of stuff, which is a whole other topic, is that it's like, God must hate us, Mo, with
Yeah,
our
because they're
chronic
not
illnesses.
raining down the
No,
millions on you.
He
It's
is
very
teaching
similar.
us to suffer. Like some
Correct.
people get prosperity and some people wander in the desert for 40 years. You learn different things.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a super tip that came in. Let me play that from Karma. Karma came calling. Karma came calling. Oh, we can't hear it. Why can't we hear
Warn
it?
CYBERCHICK about
The super tips? Oh, wait, this isn't a voice one. I have to read it. Okay, it says justice for CYBERCHICK. All right, no, we didn't warn her about super tips. Super tips are fun AI voices. You can send a tip instead of a super chat. You can go to supertip.gg/Megan Fox. I am working on a Fall River bitch voice. You're going to love it. We're going to add it to the super tips. I should have had it ready for today. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm sure we'll be doing more streams on this because this shit is not going to slow down. Jess is going to burn it all down before admitting that she was wrong. Oh, look who's here. It's Rosalind Duke. Where is she? There she is.
Prepared to pay homage to the chosen one.
She's got the black cloak and everything.
All hail the volcano candle.
I tried to find your Giphy, Rosalind, that we gave her, but it was last minute. So
yeah.
By the way,
we'll pull it out at some point.
Yes, definitely. That needs to go out.
She might get two.
No.
Also, Vatican, I know I tried to drink holy water, but at this point, this does get me to purgatory, right? Like
holy water this morning.
Oh, by the way, folks, if you are trying out super tips for the first time, do know that $20 or more can skip you to the head of the line and interrupt the show, which is always funny. And you just have to make sure you toggle that skip queue button on when you send it. If you want to interrupt the show with your thoughts and take over, you are allowed to do so. Supertip.gg/Megan Fox. I have pinned it to the top of the YouTube chat so that you can go there and test it out. And I will be working on the on the whole milk macchiato voice. It'll be fun. I don't know what we're going to call it yet. Maybe the patron saint of whole milk. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Let's see. Let's go back over to. Well, we're not done with this video. Oh God, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse.
Kind of was just like, yeah, that is exactly right. So, like, imagine there are these people out there that like yip yap on Facebook and Twitter all day long, and like you're talking on like a page or like a social media site about like all of these mean things, and like God is just like covered me. It's like it's almost like such a feeble attempt.
I'm Catholic again
because I'm so protected. Essentially, it was wonderful. I'm not doing it justice the way that the girl was.
Does she actually go to church? I mean, maybe she needs to just go back to church. Sometimes, we.
And this went on. It went on and on. It actually went on. And I should
What
have
prompted
continued
it?
to record. I don't. Let me think. It was because she was talking about people talking about her online.
Okay.
So she had to, defend herself in some way. And she went on to say, when the chat was saying, I think you're going a little far, she was like, no, basically, fuck you. He loves me more than you.
No further.
I mean, it just kept on going and going. And I just
feel
don't
like I
even
need
know
to
what
sing
say.
Jesus loves the little children. Jesus loves the Jessica Machado.
Machados.
Machados in the world.
Can you imagine
Red
the
and yellow,
yellow
black and
episode
white, fuck you all. She's better in his sight.
where Larry comes out and he's like, Jesus only loves me. The rest of you guys can go in the salad.
I think
All right,
it's all
we're gonna
about
keep going.
content.
It's gonna take us. I thought it would take
Yeah.
us 2 hours to get through this. It's gonna
Sorry.
take us
A
3.
while.
Lightly
A week.
debate was called a troll. I actually love your show. I finally said I have to subscribe to someone who can make me laugh so hard and keep me entertained on a Saturday morning for 4 hours. She said 4 in all caps, LOL. You're authentic, committed to your values, and loyal. All things I admire greatly. So maybe this is really a me issue with how to react to what you're saying. I will work on that. In other words, other news, can I share some information about me? She started a YouTube channel and she's super small, only about 350 subs in 1 month. That's not bad. I'm really proud of it. And if you don't mind, I'd like to share my content. I started a new YouTube channel to spread awareness and to warn the public of the cult twin.
By the way, this again is Jess's audio. Jess, when you're the #1 YouTube show on in the world, you should
literal
probably have better
potato.
audio.
She's even in her studio. She hasn't
I
even
know.
made it to the
It's
closet
not even in
studio
the
yet.
car, and the audio is just hideous.
Well, there's also a closet studio.
Right. Listen, I'm not gonna hate on the closet studio. I'm literally in a corner of my bedroom until my basement studio gets made. But yeah, whatever. Remember the blanket fort? Do you guys remember when I used to be in the
Yes.
blanket fort studio? Look, we do what we gotta do around here. But I
That's
mean,
right.
fix your mic. You would
Look,
have
I
thought
have
God would have
technical
given her a
issues.
better mic.
I mean, I literally barely stream. I paid $100 for a mic, and I think, well, when I have the software off, I sound pretty good.
You sound much better.
But-
Oh, yeah.
And it really is. I keep wanting to refresh my screen because I'm like, oh, it's the app. It's the app. You
I
gotta.
know.
That's what it
It's
sounds like.
not.
And I'm like,
It's her
and like my
audio.
whole ADHD sensory stuff is like,
I know. I'm like, I can't. No.
Emil, thanks for the 2 things happen when they happen. I appreciate that. Mel Klomp, thanks for being a member for 27. You're looking beautiful, ladies. And Shane, thanks for the $2 super sticker. And Mel, thanks for the $2 sticker. Super sticker, appreciate you. Shizzy, we got that one. Thanks again for the 10. LO's bifurcated uterus. Thanks for the 5. There's womb for everyone here.
Womb for everyone.
Thanks for the 5. Are we sure Miss Macchiato is not Mrs. B Foreskin? I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
yeah, no, definitely sure.
Side-eye Jess, thanks for the 5. I'm a bad mom. I like having a degree and a career. Sorry, I'm the worst mom and wife. You know what? I think you're doing just fine. SF, thanks for the 5. So glad I got my Megan fixed one more time before you go on vacation. Enjoy your vacation. I will. Sparkly Rabbit, thanks for the 2. Great convo. Jaded for Justice, thanks for the 7. Jess believes us women who aren't moms, their choice or gods are worthless or at least have a lower status in society.
Oh.
This truly broke my heart. Did she put them on the chart? She was like, barren women, they go down. Barren women go down. I mean, what is
I mean,
this?
as somebody who had secondary infertility, that's horrible. Horrible.
Horrible.
I mean, like, that's like, do you know how hard infertility is on women?
No, and that's the other thing. I mean,
evil.
you guys, she's wanting to call herself a victim for me accurately trying to copy her eyebrows and sucking at makeup.
But
When
she also
says
has
stuff-
an eyebrow appointment next week to get them laminated.
That
I
was the
know
weird-
Mo broke her with the eyebrows. She's getting
she
them
broke
fixed.
it.
fair.
Thursday
That's fair.
broke me because I was in the worst pain of my life, both of my legs affected, and I keep getting texts like, "You broke her." It was the eyebrows, and I'm like, "Do what now?" Here's the thing. It's It's so incredibly wrong to take people's pain, and infertility is one of the deepest, hardest pains to talk about because it is so private. And that's why you don't use it as a joke. You'll notice that Megan, Roz, and I, and Rogue, we take, dark humor. We cover a lot of crappy stuff, even if we're not political. And we will make fun, but we never punch down. And that's the thing. You never punch down in comedy. You never take someone who's hurting and, make fun of that pain. Now, you do take assholes a peg or two down. That is
Yes.
not the same
That's
thing.
different than going after your chat. All right, Cheryl, I'm skipping past the rest of your message because I can't take the bad audio anymore. But then you went into what you wanted to talk to her about, which was the Twin Flames cult and bringing
stuff.
awareness to how this happened to your niece. And so she invited you on for an interview about it, right?
She did. Yeah. From that letter, she asked me to come on the following Saturday.
All right, so this is that interview, and I actually skipped past this part. I wanted to kind of watch it for the first time and see how she interviews somebody. So I haven't reacted to this at all yet. I don't know what happens here. Let's watch it.
In the chat, I think it was the last show on last Saturday. I started to hear a little bit about what you were talking about. I've read a little bit more. I'm intrigued, and I haven't had a guest on this show in a long time. But this was pretty intriguing. And so I know some people weren't here last week. I may think people don't know anything what we're talking about. But I thought if you could come on today, give us the Cliff Notes version of this story. And then I know at the end, at some point, I need you to drop some links, let everybody know where they can learn more about it. But I think it's pretty fascinating. It's pretty amazing to think that people could be tricked or influenced in such a way. But here's a perfect example of what you're going to talk about on how it happens today in real time. It can happen all the time.
The important thing to realize, and that we didn't know, first of all, we knew nothing about a cult, and no one joins a cult. No one says, I'm going to join a cult. It's a multi-level marketing gone wrong. It's people at the top making money and controlling people to do what they want. So a little background. I mentioned I'm in.
Gee, that sounds familiar.
Ding, ding, ding.
I love your multi-level marketing metaphor on this, because I do believe, Cheryl, that MLMs are cults also.
I do too.
Cult-like behavior, cult-like. So yeah, and that description is wild, because that's what I'm seeing her doing with her chat, convincing them to send her more and more money, more and more, support. And then I have a lot of evidence to suggest that she goes and blows it at the casinos. Like, they think they're paying for her bills and stuff, and she's at the slot machine. I think that's what it sounds like. From what I'm understanding, she wants to be the person. I have clips of her saying, and I'm working on a bigger project. I have clips of her saying that she wants to be the person at the casino for younger people, like the old guys at the casino were for her.
Right.
When she would go and they would know her and get to, and mentor her. And it's like, why are you spending all of this time at a casino that your goal is to be the casino rat that everybody knows? This is crazy.
Well, and I'm disturbed too. I've heard that there's a Just Machado University, and I thought it was a joke at first, but then I think it's a thing, and that's...
No, she's teaching people how to do YouTube, which is hilarious.
Is great,
so she can build them up and then tear them down.
Well, in CyberChick, I think coming from someone who had just started YouTube, you can create a really great community. And I think that's what's maybe so disheartening, is that she had a great opportunity to, you can be a little snarky and still bring positivity into people's lives, give them what they need. And she kind of squandered it and made it this hate pile.
Yeah. And if I could just comment, what I don't want to do is tit for tat. I've been really clear for 4 months not addressing it, because I feel like Baker gave me advice and he was trying to do it. And he said, let's just rise above it. Don't fight But the problem is a lie that's out there for so long unchecked, all of a sudden
Right.
people think it's the truth. So we both sort of said, okay, we didn't go away. So by the time I'm on her show, not only was I on Shizzy and Mo first, but I was actually on Baker's show. So Baker had me on next. He was just so great about it. So
wait, you were on, before you went on Jess, you were on Shizzy, Mo, and Baker's?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Yeah.
And she's still taking credit for your rise on YouTube?
Yeah, and I do want to say, we'll get into it. I did want to become a mod to learn about YouTube and for the visibility, and I did get some of the bunnies to subscribe, and then they unsubscribed, and it was fine. But yeah, I did have a lot of help from Baker and Shizzy and Mo, and it was great because that's what I thought. I'm a professional. I just thought you network. That's how am I gonna tell my story? By the way, the other thing is this wasn't about monetization and views. I never monetized, even though I was able to. I didn't monetize. That's another story until last week when I wanted to donate all the money to the LGBTQ in South Coast that services Somerset and Taunton. But before that, I never clicked monetization because it's about telling the cult story. I truly believe that I just want to get the word out. But the community was really fantastic. And that's what I thought would happen until it didn't.
Until it didn't.
Cybersecurity.
And I think that's the good thing is
cybersecurity
that, if I can maybe put a positive light, is that you only found, and it only takes one turd in the apple barrel, but for the most part, you haven't run into, because I think when you do first start YouTube, you are worried that, it is going to be a lot of the high school mean girl. And for the most part, I have been incredibly lucky to meet really just genuinely nice people. And that's where you get people up in arms when you go after genuinely nice people. That's where people get very upset.
Yep. And we have, it's funny because YouTube is its own thing, and it cracks me up that she's teaching YouTube classes and she doesn't have the first idea how YouTube works. She does not have the first clue how YouTube communities work and how channels, work with one another. It does not work if you're constantly picking fights with others. You can do it and you can get some views on it, but eventually we've seen these channels flame out over and over and over again when you're constantly picking a fight and becoming just a drama circle, just a drama channel. It doesn't work out. And you don't get the backing and the friends that you need to make it on YouTube. You need those people. You need the community around you. You need other YouTubers, and you have to actually create relationships with them. And that doesn't include going after them. So let's finish up
30
this
years.
part.
So you would think someone with that background would be aware of this. Close-knit family, large extended family. We are normal. So my point is this could happen to anyone. I'm the youngest of 5 siblings, and 3 of us sisters, aunties, moved to the same town, and we raised 9 kids through the same school system. The other 2 live in New England, and Brianna was part of the 9 that went through the same school system. My sister Lynn, her mom is a nurse. So we vacation together. We every year we go to the beach. There's 30 of us. We don't do Thanksgiving Day. We do a whole week of casino, and so we're close. You get the picture. One night, Brianna, at the age of 24, after she had graduated from college and she taught high school for a little while, went to Thailand to teach English for a year, came back, said, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I love music. She was very energetic, but I don't think I want to teach it. So I got her connected in technology. She had a great job. She had moved out at the age of 24 and moved to Somerville with her boyfriend, her brother, some friends, normal adult things. One night she Googled, how do I know if I've met my soulmate? And this took her down a rabbit hole. And she was immediately just sucked into the love and the adoration, the validation. And she was immediately just hooked. And I think what happens is at that age in life, every age in life, but specifically young adults, they're trying to figure out who they are and they're exploring different options. She looked at it as, oh, this is coaching. They just want to do coaching. I'm going to improve myself. And they sold it as Jeff and Shalia. They called it Twin Flames Universe. Jeff and Shalia are not even their real names. They call themselves Jeff and Shalia Divine. They're the mother and father of Christ. They offer spiritual guidance. They will help you find your soulmate. They will make it so that you'll find Christ in the ever after. Everything that you are doing on earth is to pave the way to the next life. And at the same time, you should be doing that with your soulmate. If you watch the Amazon Prime documentary, Desperately Seeking Soulmate, Escaping Twin Flames, we're the Boston family that was interviewed. And I give my sister so much credit because the day that we shot the documentary, we knew Brianna was escaping that night. But we couldn't tell anybody. So it was quite the story. So didn't even know it was a problem until the height of the pandemic, March 2020. She shows up at her mother's doorstep and says, "Can you watch my dog? I'm going to California." And Lynn's a nurse. And she said, "I don't think you can go to California. Like, this country's shutting down." And she said, "No, I have to go. Jeff and Shalia are having visions." And they had a vision that I need to, my soulmate is out there, Gretchen. Gretchen is my soulmate. And Lynn's like, "Oh, like," and this is not about being a lesbian. This has nothing to do with trans or lesbian. Because she said, "Oh, are you a lesbian?" And she's like, "No," she got really mad. "I'm not a lesbian. Gretchen is showing masculinity showing a masculinity form in a woman's body, and she needs to transition." That's the vision that Jeff and Shalia had. Our immediate reaction wasn't a great one, I'll be honest with you. We were like, I called her and said, "What the fuck are you doing? You are so smart.
Can you pause
And
this?
she blocked me. And Lynn, we
Megan-
were all freaking out.
Yeah.
We're all freaking out.
And this is what she doesn't get. This is so genuine. It's so compelling, and she doesn't even need to really ask questions. Just listen, because you can tell the passion, and you're not judgmental. So many people would have, I think, approached telling this story, without the grace that you try to give everyone, but the real monsters. You gave everyone so much grace, and it's easy for all of us to look at the twin flames and think, yeah, I'm smart enough. But you really brought that human part of, remember when you were young, remember. And I thought that was really your special gift, because I think, you were able to put a human face on it, and you were so authentic and not judgmental. And that's what YouTube is. It's that right there, telling your story and just sending it out there.
So then we had to pause and take a breath. And we all had a different role to play. Lynn assembled a team of all of the aunts, some cousins, some college friends. And Brianna didn't know this, but we all played a role. We reached out to her. We were keeping tabs on her. My role as the cybersecurity sleuth was to get in touch with anyone that knew Gretchen, anyone that had anything to do with Twin Flames. I reached out to Gretchen's family. I was able to get in touch with a bunch of ex-members. We got the skinny of what was going on, because we did not know what was going on at all. We had no idea.
Well, first of all, when did this whole thing start, Twin Flame, by the way? When were they established?
I think 2014. And it really took off during the pandemic. So this is known as the digital Jonestown. Like, it's huge.
Right. What kind of money are they making from this?
So everything's private. So what they did, they came up with the Twin Flames universe, which is their coaching. So how they make money is they charge these community members. Now on Facebook, they have over hundreds of thousands of people, but I think they have more like 2,000 or 3,000 that are members at any time. People are leaving, people are coming. They charge anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 for their courses. And they're always coming up. Oh yeah, they're coming up with new courses all the time. I want everyone to watch this. And it's not about my YouTube channel.
I don't know. Jess is doing courses. She's doing YouTube courses.
That's what I'm saying.
Elaine, we're getting that. There's a lot of similarities that keep popping up here.
And I think we have to recognize too that online communities, while not cults, there can be some cult-like behavior.
Right.
That, and I think it's just because people aren't, and I know CYBERCHICK, I think you mentioned this earlier, is that people aren't like media savvy. I guess social media, it's like there's no, and they didn't teach that for us in school. There's no digital awareness of just because this person says it doesn't mean it's real. And, I know that was one
100%.
thing I was
Yeah.
going to talk about on my channel, and then I got a puppy and
and you ADHD'd out on that.
Yeah, no,
I'm
Rogue
gonna
and I,
get to
Rogue
it,
and I
but-
have been talking about doing a series called Totally Not a Cult, and where we look at different groups and, run the parallels. So yeah, I would really love to talk to you more about some of the warning signs that you yourself have identified being on the other side of this.
And all of this is
I
on
would do
the
differently
panel too,
too.
just so you guys know. It, definitely go sub to her because she does have great content, not just, I know there's a lot of cyber stuff too, which may not be interesting to some people, but I've watched a lot of it. And I mean, I love it when you have get together with your sisters, and I don't know, maybe because I'm an East Coaster and I'm the oldest of 5 kids, because I grew up in South Jersey. Like I actually stuck up for Jess when everybody was like kind of doing the whole when she was nominated for a Giphy, and I said, I don't know, I think we're just misunderstanding her. And now I totally am eating those words.
That's because you're an
I tried to
empath.
say it was an East Coast thing.
I did the same thing. I'm an empath. I felt bad. There was a lot of pity involved. So listen, I do a cyber show. It's on Thursday. No one likes it. I force it on them. We're finally getting, we used to have like one person that showed up. One person. Now I have, last week I had 200. I think they felt bad for me.
Awesome.
So every
Great.
Thursday you're going to learn about cybersecurity. Tuesday nights is a sisters night. And then I weave in other stuff, mostly cult. You can't just do cult all the time.
No.
It's a lot.
No.
It's
Well,
heavy.
and you also need to like diversify too. So like if you're
Right.
going to talk about cults, like get into the bite, that kind of stuff. More aware, like Roz and I, and it was totally my fault. I, again, ADHD out on, we actually had a script to do on the Ruby Frankie thing. And that was my fault. But it's an important topic. I mean, especially as the mom of a teenager.
Right.
Well, yeah, and we've lost so much of the person-to-person connection. Your kids' friends, the people they hang out with, might be across the country now. They're not at the local, whatever the young kids do now. I don't know. I wasn't a popular kid when I was born. I don't even know what they do now. Like go out yodeling.
Possibly.
Cheryl, I want you to have a chance to answer Rosalind's question, actually, which is maybe you can share some of the signs, right, that you maybe wish you had seen before, and then you said there were things you would have done differently to help avoid your niece being caught up in a cult. You want to share what those things are?
I do. So first of all, thank you to the mods. You just dropped Miss Habibable's channel in. She was one of the ones who, she's a very, very small YouTube channel, but she had me on as a guest right after it all happened. And I said to her, you are a small channel. You might not want to have me on. She goes, I don't care. I like you. I don't care what's going on anywhere
And
else.
not to interrupt, but her subtitle, Itchy, Bitchy, and Twitchy, had me sub right away. So just,
yeah.
I'm a marketing branding person. Like I was like, yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what other things? So first of all, Brianna was 24 years old. So if you have young adults around you, you tend to think they're adults. So we weren't concerned enough. We just were like, oh, you're online. Her brother.
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
It's like I can't help you with.
Hold on, hang on one second. I got a kid right.
You know what happens in my command center? My microphone, every once in a while, I think it's the spirits, will switch to my monitor. And I usually catch it. So thank you for telling me.
Mine just
or maybe somebody has a like. Is there a CYBERCHICK voodoo doll out there that
someone's doing it? I used to think that, but no, it's my setup. It's fine. So. And if it does it again, I have a.
And I feel glad too, because here's a CYBERCHICK who's obviously very tech savvy, and this stuff happens to her. So it's not just us.
I'm learning as I go. I didn't realize that in order to hear something, you have to have it shared on the screen. So I learned that last week. I was sharing something. So she's 24. She's an adult. Her brother actually came to us and said, Brianna's into some weird stuff. I don't know what. And we're like, stop picking on your sister. She's just doing online coaching. Like she's fine. You're not into it. Not everyone has, we didn't look into it. We didn't, and I should have investigated. I should have joined it. If someone comes to me and my family and says, I'm so into this community, and they're talking about a special diet that they pay for, they don't pay for the food to be delivered, but it's called Divine Dish, and you pay a monthly fee for recipes, and you're spending more time doing that than anything else in your life. You're paying a tithe, you're doing all the things. I'm joining with you. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
But I didn't even do a simple search. I mean, I just
Sure.
So but we don't blame ourselves. Lynn, her mother, is a nurse. My other sister's in cybersecurity. My other sister's a nurse. I mean, we just missed it. We totally missed it.
I think some stuff you probably can't catch.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you can't
supposed
do
to-
everything.
How are you? So I don't know what my adult child is doing online. I don't monitor her
Yeah.
anymore. I mean, there's no way to know that. And so I don't think it's not your fault, obviously. And
Right.
But that's going to become a topic on this, what we're
Well, I might need a scream pillow for this one.
Yeah.
It gets bad, you guys.
Everybody
I mean,
mute. I know, yeah.
the reason
This is
why
the
we're
closet
doing this,
studio.
I just want to reiterate for those of you in the chat who are listening, when we get to where we're going with this and you see the absolute awfulness of how CyberChick is treated for being vulnerable, sharing her story, I hope your reaction is to go to her channel and subscribe and support, because what I heard come out of Jess Machado's mouth about another creator makes me physically sick. This should never happen. If you don't like somebody on YouTube, let me tell you how to deal with that. Ignore it. Do not say it. Do not speak it out loud. Don't let anyone know you have a problem with someone on YouTube. If you're a creator, that's how you deal with it. And if you like somebody, well, then you encourage people to go to their channels and you subscribe. Nobody says you have to encourage people to subscribe to someone you do not like. But if you want my advice, and I've been here 14 years and I'm still going strong, my channel's growing and it's doing well. Don't ever tell the public who you don't like on YouTube. Like, just don't do it. It does not pay. And this is, oh God, here we go.
This is just a way for me to get the word out. Yesterday at noon, I had a journalist on. So after our documentaries came out, Jeff and Shalia waited a year, hired a PR firm, and went to a journalist in Canada. She's phenomenal, and Avery Haynes, and said, can you interview us and do a rebuttal to these documentaries? And she said, look, I investigate the cartel. I might not be the best person, but after she dug deep, she was like, I really want to write a story about this. And she said, I'm going to write a story, but it's going to be the truth. I'm not going to. So she did this phenomenal interview. I aired it with her yesterday on my channel, and she exposed them, and it was incredible. It was so eye-opening. And their scam is just to make sure that they continue. What Jeff said in that video was, God comes to him and tells him what his people should be eating. And that's how he creates the menu, is from
recipes. Okay.
Yeah. And then everyone is required to.
Like she's taking notes. Okay, recipes. Yeah. Okay, right. Recipes.
Oh, they'll pay for that? They'll pay for that?
And I have a slight critique. And look, again, I am too logical for my own damn good, but this person has put themselves out as a journalist. And when I had you on, Shizzy and I had done a lot of background. So we wanted to know your limits, what you didn't want to talk about, but we had basic ideas and we wanted you to lead to wherever you wanted to talk about, but we did know about it. So you weren't having to teach us. And I guess if I can kindly give some advice, maybe know just a scotch about the subject before you interview someone.
Yeah, I like how she's like, I know nothing about this. So let's talk about it. Well, how are you going to ask good questions? She tells me that she tells people she's the greatest question asker out there. She's great at this. She asks great questions. But how do you know what to ask if you haven't researched it or watched it at all. See, now before having someone like you, Cheryl, on my program, I would make sure to watch the documentary, which I've already seen. I've actually already seen it. We watched it on the channel. I think we watched it on my locals channel, meganfox.locals.com. We do fun stuff over there. Join me over there if you want. But you know, that's important to like do your research as a journalist. I've been a journalist for over 25 years. Before you interview somebody, you should know a basic something about it. Yeah, agreed.
Even that is controlling. Like he's controlling what they eat. He controls, they all have to work for you. So Brianna worked full time, and then she would have to go to work for them. She had to design their web. She had to do marketing. They screamed at you if you didn't perform. You had to clean their house. Like if you went in to visit them.
She literally looks like she's taking notes. And I'm sorry, but I've watched enough of her content to know that her bunnies are doing a ton of work for her for free. A ton. This woman appears to be very lazy to me. She doesn't do anything. She's always telling them, oh, can you clip that? Can you get that clip for me? Can you get that clip? I have worked harder on the Jess Machado show in the last 5 days than I think this woman has in the last year. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. The amount of hours that I have put into this, to the research I've done, I don't think she's ever put in that kind of research or hours to anything.
I was up for 3 hours working on a story, something that I'm really, really working hard to. I really care a lot about. And like I've been losing sleep really working and refining it, and then she just drives to Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm like, what is wrong with my life?
I know. I've decided that I should just come online and just brush my teeth. And
I mean,
I don't know.
God, at the bottom of it, hate
clean
the
the bathroom a little bit.
Man.
I don't know.
And from what I've
Do all
heard,
my dusting.
Jess complains about her kids' rooms being messy all the time. She overshares and embarrasses them online about how messy their rooms are. She's totally considering, oh my God, he can get people to clean his house. I'll just have the bunnies come and clean up George's room.
Yeah. Do you want the bunnies knowing where you live?
You had to clean their house.
So what happened with your niece?
She's home. So in 2000.
Wait a minute. Why did that seem like she's
even
getting
know that.
impatient?
She's
Why
done.
is she getting impatient for you to be done? She's like, so
Done. That's
so
enough.
what happened with your niece? Can we get you're right in the middle of explaining the control process. I was very interested in that, Cheryl. I wanted to know more about the
exactly.
I noticed that she, on a recent interview she just did with someone else, she kept it short and concise. Too much. Stop. Like that's what she was doing. I was just like, wow, that's quite an interview process.
I want to back that up a little bit because I think she got.
I thought there was actually an edit here when this happened.
So what happened with your niece?
You went to visit them. You had to clean their house.
So what happened with your niece?
She's home.
I want to know. The follow-up question there is, wait a minute. You had to clean their house, like the leader's house? How many people were there cleaning? How often did this happen? How much, that you go down the road your guest is going. Not so what happened with your niece?
You said in your opening thesis statement while you were here is that you had been interviewed for this documentary after your niece was safe. The fact that she's asking you about your niece means that she hadn't paid attention to the previous statement.
I mean,
why is this so hard?
Yeah, Emma from Hawaii, this is actually a big scoop and she's totally blowing it. Well,
Right.
Luckily, Cheryl is a very good interviewee.
Yes.
And Cheryl is carrying this interview completely on her own. Frankly, Cheryl, I find you way more compelling than anything I've heard out of Jess. Not that this is a contest or anything. It's just that for someone who puffs up her own importance and says she's the greatest journalist and she's so much talent, she's never heard of it. Nobody's ever heard of anybody better than her on the air, etc. I'm not impressed by the types of questions by the types of interviews she does. In fact, right there, that's a very big indicator that she's not even paying attention to what you're saying, because the question did not have she was not following your train of thought. She just wants to get to the end, skip to the end so I can get my macchiato and talk to my bunnies about, Schmeck's toys or whatever the hell is she's doing.
And
So
that's the
in
other part that
2000,
doesn't go with her identity. Again, if you are going to sell yourself as pro-trad wife, you should be very concerned about the safety of young people. This should be part
Yeah,
of your
she's got
ballet.
teenagers and young adults
Yeah.
herself.
This
Yeah,
should interest her as a mother, if not, as a content creator. And the fact that she's not even paying attention does bother me, not only on a professional level, but on this could happen to her as a mom. You should pay attention, just
Oh,
in
no,
case.
no, no. This
Oh,
could never
no.
happen to her as a
No,
mom.
not
You
She
don't know,
should
Mo.
have known what was already happened with this. She should have known that her niece was already out.
Yeah, it
know.
really
But
bothers
I mean, it was
me.
kind of, I think, impromptu though. I think this was the next day, so let's give her a little. Maybe she didn't have time to do too much research.
2022, there were a lot of breakdowns. There was a lot. The one thing we did was we always provided a safe landing, and we always had people reaching out to her. We hired a cult consultant. There's not a lot of expertise out there. We had to pay a cult consultant to help us. We had to find a cult therapist for her to see.
I mean, hearing this part of it where you said that you always made sure there was like a soft landing space. It's with anybody else that's like in a situation, whether it's drug use or whatever, the family unit in the background that gives the support is such a critical part of it. And there's so many people that don't have that. So there is no way out. They do not have the support system, even the financial means to be able to leave if they wanted to. My question I want to know is what seems to be missing from this, because when I think of traditional cults, I think of like, these unions and then weddings or marriages and then children and lots of children. Is that a part of this cult where they're trying to? Is anybody getting pregnant?
Yeah, they were. So that's in the interviews too. I didn't know this. They were doing something called Golden Family, where if people couldn't get pregnant, they wanted them to get, sperm and egg donors from within the community. They were going to do Golden
That
Families.
is so weird.
Everybody was going to be.
It was really weird.
But nobody wanted to do that. What they do is they just look for money revenue.
Yeah. So your family obviously has had a hand in this and at least getting your niece back. And it seems to me like you continue to talk about this, raise awareness of this, but what agency or what group of people are kind of monitoring this? Like who's in charge of, alerting people? It can't just be you. It can't just be podcasters or documentaries. Any police presence, government agencies, what can you do about this?
Yeah, so Michigan police are involved. The FBI is involved. The Michigan DA.
And again, if she had watched the documentary, she would know this. Because
Or
although,
Googled.
I mean, there may be value in these questions because the chat has not seen the documentary. But again, yes,
I
there's a
will
big
say that
FBI.
sometimes there is a grace to saying, hey, I don't know a lot about this. Could you please explain it? And if you approach things with humility, I've found often in my life that people are willing to teach you if you're humble enough to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is putting a case together. It's going to take years. It's going to take.
Yeah.
So my point in doing this is it's really not something I want to talk about, but I wish I had known. I wish I had heard about twin flames before my niece clicked on the Google search. And so if I can just spread awareness to everybody, that's my goal.
So what do you think the chances are, or how close do you think your niece ever would be to speaking and telling her own story? You're a great surrogate for her, but do you anticipate that she would ever feel comfortable? No, I'm not talking with me, with you, like speaking of.
I doubt it. She's like, well, you're great and everything, but can I get your niece?
I understand what she's trying to say, and look, I am trying to give her grace. But there is a reason that you talk backstage, and as a mom, you're putting yourself out there as the surrogate for now. It's when she's ready, if she's ready, or if she's not ever ready, that door is open for her. But it's you're telling your part of the story. If your niece ever wants to tell her part, that's up to her. But why wouldn't you just focus on the person who's there answering questions?
Yeah, I don't know.
About her own experience.
She was thrilled that I'm doing the YouTube channel. She doesn't want to watch it yet. She's not there. I don't know how long it'll take for her. It's pretty traumatic. It's pretty embarrassing. And she has to realize that no one out there should be embarrassed. You didn't do anything wrong. You're a victim. You're a victim. And It's embarrassing. If you listen to what people say when they watch the documentaries, because I listen, they're like, well, that's because they're autistic or they're stupid. Look at their family. They have no friends. I'm like, no, that's not the case. So
Right.
she may
Right.
never want to, but I know that she wants to see them prosecuted. So we're just hopeful she can contribute in that way.
I'm assuming that the age demographic of the people that they're targeting are in that younger age. So it's all young, easily influenced young kids, which is very concerning. And it's what piqued my interest about this is, again, you're saying you have the whole support system, you have a close family, you have people that, she had a great life and was, successful in what she was doing, that it could be so manipulated and exploited and then taken away is just wild to me. Obviously, it makes me think of my own kids. You know what I mean? I have, 2 kids that, well, they're both boyfriends and girlfriends, but who knows? You know what I mean? Like, could one day they be on their phone and, just take a peek at this, and then how quickly could they be influenced? How fast could this happen? And I think everybody should be a little worried about that because everybody's searching for companionship. And a part of it, too, you're saying it was at the height in COVID when everybody was home. Everybody was stuck at home. There was no going out. There was no dating. There was no bars. So, you're trying to find connection and not be alone. And so it doesn't seem like a coincidence that they, really kind of rose to power, so to speak, during that time.
You're 100% right.
I mean, I think you're doing a great work advocating for your niece and then all of the people who are still a part of that. I'm interested. I wanted to make sure our audience got to be able to hear a little bit more about it. You're in the chat and, I think I'm wondering if this, if anybody, I know you're all, when you're all done watching this, you're all going to go to this website. You're all going to go look. You're all going to go get an idea of what we're dealing with here. And I would love it if you could either now or as soon as we disconnect from here, put everything here in the links so that people who come back, especially those who watch it on the replay, can click on links and go straight to your channel. Follow CyberChick Boston on X. She's going to drop links in here. And then when we're done here today, you guys got to go and check out the story. It's absolutely wild.
Thank you.
Bye, bestie. Have a great day.
You too.
I have a 20.
So Megan, I do want to say, so when I see that, and I know it's fun, I'm not really a drama girl. As you know, when this happened, I went and did my show for 4 months. Like the day that she read all my DMs, I went and did a live 15 minutes later. I don't really care about all that stuff. But when I watch this, I actually am appreciative of her platforming me. She was polite. That's the Jess that I knew. Sure. It was nice. And
it was a good interview. Like it was a good interview.
It was a good opportunity for me to tell my story, and I appreciate
your story.
That.
Yes, it's what happened after that gets nuts. And so, is this still the same interview? Is this still the same day?
4-year-old daughter.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, I can't imagine her being in her room scrolling on her phone and thinking, okay, I want a boyfriend or I want to get married or all my friends have boyfriends and I want it. And then Googling and then just clicking on something and then getting sucked in. And I just think, you heard a little bit about it. She has such a great support system and family. If you can't figure it out, I like when people talk about things that people need to hear about. And I've learned it's like throwing the spaghetti on the wall. You don't know which part of it's going to stick. Like you have no idea, how many times she can tell that story. And then the one time it's going to take off. I got to give her credit. I would like to think if something like this happened to my kids, I would also be doing that. I would figure out a way to platform it. I would figure out a way to tell the story. I'd figure out a way to come on a closet broadcast and share it with everybody. Fucking libs.
All right. Now, after this, let's before we get into the next segment of this, I want to ask you, Cheryl, after that interview, what was your relationship like with Jess? How did it grow from there?
So Kazi asked when this interview was. This interview was, I want to say December, possibly at end of November, but I'm pretty sure that was the December timeframe. My relationship with Jess was I enjoyed her chat so much. I would go live and her community would come in and watch my shows. She never came into my shows. And that was fine. I didn't have any expectation that she would. Once in a while, I'd say, hey, I'm going live at noon. She would promote it. I sent her an email, and looking back on it, would I do it again? No, I had a lot of sympathy for her. And she it was December and she wanted to go away to Newport with her husband and she had no money and it was expensive and she was sad about it. And I have so many hotel points. I was like, listen. Oh, and at the same time, there was a situation in the chat where she didn't have any mods and someone exposed where her daughter worked, like disclosed it in the chat, which was really awful, but she was driving. So I sent her an email and said, hey, I'll make a deal with you. I want to be a mod. I don't know. I've never done it. It seems like you're a new channel, a good way for me to get my name out there. In exchange, I'll give you my points. They're expiring. And you can go on your hotel, with your husband. And really by the way, I could delete those when anyone's exposing your family's information. You shouldn't, when they're doxing them, I can take care of it. And at first she said, let me think about it. I'm not really sure. And then that was an email exchange. And then a week went by, I think. I didn't even go back and look at all of this. This is so stupid, you guys. It's embarrassing. It's just not important in my life. It's just to rehash it like this. I'm like, this is so dumb. If I was listening to this, I'd be like, God, this is so stupid. She emailed it me and said, I'm going to make you a mod. I'm going to make you a mod. But it still took another 2 weeks because I don't think she knew how. So I was telling her, or she had to be on her computer. Anyway, she made me a mod.
Did she take you up on the points?
No. Nope. She never ended up going. No.
Okay.
No, but I
then
like
what
also
happened?
that
You became a mod. Oh,
So I
sorry.
became
Mom,
mod.
go
It
ahead.
was nothing. I would do what I think mods would do. I did get protective of her. I would say, hey, here's a clip where they talk shit. She has a lot of bunnies that will send her stuff that say, hey, they're talking to you there. I thought that was part of being a mod. I wasn't overly obsessive. The text
Not a
messages
requirement.
she read.
Did she?
no, I'd rather
Did you guys
people.
change cell phone numbers? Were you communicating?
Yeah, she called. We would call. We would talk.
Call. You would call.
Yeah.
Talk on the phone a lot.
Yeah, we talked on the phone.
Rogue. Do I call you a lot?
I think once you called me twice and then I called you back and then we never connected. So we just kept it on X. I'm pretty sure when you're,
That sounds like me.
I don't even know if I have your phone number still.
That sounds like me. Yeah.
No,
She would do voice memos.
I'm West Coast, so it's hard to connect.
It is harder to connect. Right. We connect mostly through text or through DMs.
X, because X is awesome.
Yeah, on X.
I wanted to help her with technology because I know I would make recommendations.
Nice.
Like you should use this. I get crazy when people don't, even though I went mute, but still, there's things you can do and should know how to do that can really make your shows sound better quality wise.
She's IT Goatee Brad.
Oh my God.
Female version of IT Goatee Brad.
I just got a bunch of faces.
She's no goatee Brad.
No goatee Cheryl.
No goatee Cheryl.
I don't know that, but I hope it's a good thing.
It's very good.
It is good.
There were no rules though. I mean, it's not like I
people
actually
help.
didn't time people out. Most of the time I was walking my dog. So I wasn't even, I think I timed out 2 people. Once she asked me to time someone out and then a second time, because she was very open to letting anyone say anything. And one time I did it in my pocket by mistake and I just apologized.
Oh, I do that all the time.
All these rumors afterwards that Cheryl
Jeff used to
timed out
mod my show
everyone.
sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be
I've
deleting,
pocket-
banning people from the chat while he was asleep.
I have pocket modded
deleted
before.
people too.
I probably have. I apologize if I have.
I do
didn't-
too.
I still don't know that I did it, so sorry.
And this was just something fun. It wasn't anything. I was still running my channel. I work full time. I have a life and I'm fighting a cult. It's
Right.
Were you modding?
Right.
Were you
Priorities.
there every time she went live? Were you there every time?
usually in the morning, not at night, not in the afternoon, but in the morning, I walk my dog at the same time every day. So a lot of the times I'd be there, in and out or driving
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me there's a couple of super tips here. Let me get to them. Zach, thanks for the 5.
Justice for Cyber Chicken. She's a egg. Just winged that interview and then engaged. Tried to peck Cyber Chicken mercilessly, but Cyber Chicken said, "Not today, Mutha Clucka."
I love Zach. I'm not a chicken, Zach. Stop it.
Berkeley Rabbit, thanks for the 5.
Mr. Lally, why is Jess Machado even in here? Get her out. She talks to God personally. It could result in a hung jury. Get her out.
Thank you, Auntie Bev. Thank you, Auntie Bev. Zach, thanks for the 5.
UB Jack Shun. Her name is Cyber Chicken. Cyber Chicken Boston. Ground Get it right.
Grounds.
Bok, KK. Chicken. Wait, where is Ronnie O'Neal? No more super tits until Ronnie makes an appearance.
I don't have Ronnie. I wish I did. That one is the best one on Nick's channel, I swear. Sparkly Rabbit, thanks for the 5.
God needed a good laugh.
That's what, yes, God needed a good laugh. Ali S, thanks for 5.
Just macchiato needs to cut down on the caffeine.
And the whole milk. And the whole milk. Definitely on both accounts.
Her body is telling her to please stop.
Please stop.
I drink like almond milk in mine and sugar free, and I'm just every time she drinks it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't help but to think like, well, that would make
the
me sick.
autoimmune stuff. I mean, the whole milk is not good.
Yeah,
it's not good.
I drink Keto Brains in mine. I don't know if you guys know about Keto
By the way,
Brains.
Keto Brains.
I don't know if you know about Keto Brains, but Keto Brains is a nootropic creamer that you can put in your coffee that is not fattening. It is non-dairy. It has a coconut milk base. It is absolutely delicious. I don't add any sugar. I don't need it. I just the coffee and the nootropics. It makes me feel focused, keeps me awake. I don't nap anymore. It's great. Go to ketobrains.com. Use my promo code MUG15. You will get 15% off. And if you want to subscribe and save, you can use my code MUGSUB, and that will enter you into a drawing. We give away 2 drawings a month, Tug and I, on that Umbrella Guys channel and mine. 2 $600 giveaways to Keto Brains, by the way. 2 of them.
So I have my husband buy
month.
it once a month, and then I buy it once a month, so that way we're entered twice.
So that you're both entered twice.
cheating it.
Every
No.
time you purchase, you get entered in the giveaway.
Guys,
and
it's
good
cute.
stuff.
Like this is when Megan told me about Keto Brains, I was like, yeah, I've tried a million supplements, but I went and bought it before she was even a thing, and I'm like, and I tried it, and I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, this actually works, and like, there's days I don't have to take ADHD meds, and I'm not saying that it's
when
gonna
she
cure
went and bought it
everything,
before
but
I had my code, I was like, how dare you? How dare?
Shame on
What are
you.
you doing buying it without my code? I didn't get credit for it, Rogue.
I only
you know what,
bought a
Rogue?
3-pack.
I almost had an internet battle with you over that.
I
You and I
know.
were gonna go. We were.
But
gonna
we
go
do
over
fight
that.
sometimes. We do not always agree.
That's
I
true.
will
I
say,
wouldn't say
as-
fight. We debate.
I'm
We
somewhat
debate.
sensitive to some products, and Keto Brains is one that I'm kind of sensitive to. So I've reduced it to half of a scoop.
Yeah.
And it's
Could
great.
be the lion's mane. Lion's mane can sometimes because there's lion's mane mushroom in it, and sometimes that can give you a little digestive something. But yeah, half a dose.
No,
you
it
can
just
always do
makes
half a
me
dose.
like a ultra, like so focused, like I'm sweating
Ooh, I
bullets,
need
and I'm just
this.
like,
That's
Really?
interesting. Because
That is
usually,
interesting.
Okay, how clean is your bathroom? Because I need to get
Yeah.
some Keto Brains.
you could eat out of my bathtub for sure.
that must be the non-ADHD effect, because
maybe.
I'm sometimes 3 times a day. It's like I'm
Yeah.
trying
I
to
do
find
three
stuff that
times a day too.
is not coffee for the afternoon. Like the other day, I tried it in Diet Dr. Pepper. There's a whole way to do it.
They're
And
asking for the code. Somebody dropped the code. Oh, yeah,
it
thank you.
actually isn't
It is
that
scrolling
bad.
across the bottom of the
Yes.
screen, I think. Isn't it? Is
But
it?
yeah, there's a. I would
Cash
suggest
App.
though, don't get the 3-pack sample. I would get I felt like I needed a
8-pack.
full week on it before I bought
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I would get the 8-pack. If it's not scrolling across the bottom, which it doesn't look like it is, I will add it there. But it is Mug 15, Mug 15 for a one-time order. Mug Sub, if you're going to subscribe and save. The subscribe and save doesn't get you an extra 15 off. It's like just 20% off, but it does enter you in the giveaway. So definitely do that if you are looking for something to keep you from napping all the time. As we get older, that happens, and it will improve your focus. I certainly have had that. I've had that I've had great results from it. I love it. And it doesn't put extra weight on you. Okay. This is it's not a high calorie thing. Jess is always complaining. People are always making me, they're making me look fat. I don't like fat jokes, blah, blah, blah. By the way, let me have another second or third pistachio white chocolate mocha latte, whatever. That is gonna put you are drinking
It's like 500 calories.
2,000 to 6,000 calories in your, that's like 2,000 to 6,000 calories. It's more than a Big Mac. Like, just go get a Big Mac then. You think you're doing something better. Like, stop complaining about how you're overweight and you don't like it. If you are drinking that garbage, it's going to make you overweight, period. Okay. Now we're going to get to the next part. Thank you for sitting through my Keto Brains commercial, but I really do believe in this stuff. It's good stuff.
I need to get some. I have been in like naptosis the last 2 weeks, so
Well, I really was like I was napping every day in the afternoon, and it was starting to feel God, what's the word? I don't know, oppressive. Like, why do I have to go lay down every day? You know, that's just it's not something I should have to. I'm only 50 years old. And then I tried this stuff. I was and I couldn't believe it. I didn't sleep at all. And I didn't want to lay down. I didn't want to. And I don't feel it's not like you don't get jittery or anything. You just feel good.
Yeah, there's no jitters because I have issues with like I can't do energy drinks because I will throw it anyway, but it's really and I've taken it with Adderall too, and it really I don't get jittery on it, which is nice.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
and I
great.
think, look, as a person who has been all shades of fluffy, you can either be really upset about it or you can do something about it, and the only person that can change it is you. And
Yep.
small steps. I mean, it's not
It
easy.
is harder to lose weight though when you get to that perimenopause thing. I've discovered
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I literally
Yeah,
just
it's awful.
I decided
really
to start
awful.
with the estradiol patch. I went to my doctor and I'm like, if you don't give me something,
Cheryl,
I'm
sorry.
49.
Welcome to Derailment 101.
Sorry, yeah, that's
Okay, I'm here for an
Welcome to
hour.
Menopause.
I'm
The
enjoying it.
menopause talk on the YouTubes first.
Well,
We did
look,
trademark it.
I'm glad it actually came up, to tell you the truth, because one of the things that I've noticed that Jess talks a lot about is about menopause and how it affects women and the difficulties, which is all great content. Like, that's good stuff. Women do want to talk about that. They do want to learn about it. Our medical system sucks and doesn't help women with this at all. So yeah, I mean, the question is, why do you then need to ruin all of that good stuff and good community with starting nasty fights like this? Here we
In a
go.
closet broadcast and share it with everybody. Fucking libs. I fucking hate people. If you don't know, I'm in line at Dunkin' because I need a second beverage.
We know.
Yeah. We know. Yeah.
Who
And she
said no
never
name
had
calling?
vodka. I don't
About what?
understand it.
Lips? Fuck them. CyberChick, are you a Democrat? Did I not know this about you? Wait, I need to know, CyberChick. Was it you saying me? Were you telling me no name calling? CyberChick, I'm very disappointed. You can't tell me what to do. You're a mod. You should know that.
Oh, okay. If I ever say this to one of my mods, can't tell me what to do. You're a mod. Like, fucking take my channel, okay?
Who the hell is
take it.
she? Cher? Like, I'm
Oh.
confused. The only person Dolly Parton, who would never, and then Cher. That's the
Right.
only two people I would accept this kind of behavior from.
Mariah Carey, maybe. The secondhand embarrassment I have from listening to this is hard. I am gonna I feel like disappearing in my seat like Hammy, like moons over my Hammy when she's down here.
Melting.
And I feel melting.
You should be me.
Oh, I feel like melting. It's just, this is so
It's
hard.
traumatic. It's
Well,
traumatic.
and I feel bad as
Here
like
you
a
are. We heard her.
conservatarian. I don't judge people on who they vote for. I'd much rather, see the content of their character to just outright not. It's so dumb. It is so dumb. And
Well,
it would have
okay,
been one thing if it was a temporary joke, like, oh, just kidding. I didn't know that about you, but it kept going.
Right.
And it got worse.
I have never asked one of my mods, what's your political affiliation, before, I let you have a wrench. I don't want that in my chat. I don't want to segregate people by that. And I will agree. I found out, like, after I've been a print journalist for 20 years, 25 years, on the conservative side, writing political pieces. That's what I did for most of my life. And I realized at some point I'm wasting my life. I'm not changing anybody's mind. I am literally talking to an echo chamber, and I'm sick of it. It's not helping anybody. In fact, some of it is making other people feel terrible about themselves. And I'm tired of this. I don't want to be. And by the way, the word lib and liberal triggers me hard, because the actual definition of a liberal is Thomas Jefferson. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a liberal, a classical liberal who is wants less government, more free speech, I don't like the way conservatives have started to have used that word. It's incorrect. First of all,
that's right. It's totally incorrect.
It's completely incorrect, and I hate hearing it. It makes me think you people are too stupid for words, and I don't want anything to do with it. And if I hadn't already left the Republican Party in 2020, this would have done it for me. Like this woman, I would be like, that's it, I'm out. I can't be on the same team.
I feel like not all like we don't claim her. Like I'm conservatarian and politically homeless, but no.
Exactly.
Most
totally
people
homeless.
understand that you
I'd
need
be a
so many
libertarian.
viewpoints.
I'd be a libertarian, but I can't get behind the naked ones that run around at the convention. I just can't. I can't get
That's
there.
why I say I'm a minarchist, but people don't understand that doesn't mean monarchy. That simply means a minimal, government. But I do like to see the faces that people get when I say that. So,
yeah. But I just feel like this is going to get so bad. Guys, hold on to your chairs because here she's now starting. And the fact that this all happened publicly, that she's berating you in public on it. What were you feeling when this started? Obviously, you were listening live. How did this feel what were you thinking when she first started doing that?
So I was barely watching the chat. And I'll tell you the background is I received 2 emails the week prior saying, hey, I'm thinking of leaving Jess's channel because she just was attacked. She was just on a roll of attacking liberals because they didn't feel welcome. And they said, I appreciate that you're there because I usually was countering. I don't think she ever saw previous comments, but I would usually give a counter view. I thought that was a good thing, right? To have a balance. But it's her channel. So I respect that. If she didn't want that, she could have called me. I thought it was kind of funny because she was losing her shit at the time. It wasn't until she called me that I was like, wow, she's like,
oh, she loses her shit like you cannot even believe.
Well, but it's so reminiscent of what Jeff would do in his sessions to kind of bring it back to the cult behavior. You're in public, he is dressing you down, or she is dressing you down with a bunch of sycophants who are going to, and whether she realizes it or not, that's incredible emotional, tactic, emotional pressure that it's not appropriate. You're given a platform.
She's letting all of the bunnies know how upset she is with you, therefore weaponizing them against you. So it's not just her against you, it's her plus her 5,000 bunnies. And because they want to hop to her defense, of course, because they're all, I don't know, they're
not critically thinking,
blinded by whatever this thing is that she's doing. And then it becomes an all-out war on CYBERCHICK. And what did you do to deserve this? You said no name calling. That's what you said, which I'm sorry, saying fucking libs ruin everything. They're the reason this is. Yeah, that's upsetting. That hurts. That does not, that you're going to alienate half your chat. You have to remember Jessica Machado. Remember Michael Jordan. Okay. When he was asked to comment on political shit, he said, Republicans buy shoes too.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Remember that the other side will buy your stuff too. And you don't want to alienate them. And also not just because they'll support you, but you don't want to alienate them because they're people. They're real feelings. They're people with real hardships, with real problems. And if we could just come together, even if we have differing political opinions, I know I can solve a problem with my neighbor. I don't think I can't solve Washington's problems. I can't do that, but I can certainly solve a problem between me and my neighbor. But this is like this pitting each other against one another over this shitty political stuff. I hate it. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. I'm going to get so worked up. Here it goes.
I 100% will name call all day, every day. So I don't know exactly what's going on in the chat. I'm about 30 seconds away from shutting this live stream down. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little off put by CYBERCHICK telling me not to do something. No offense. If you're sensing me just being a little weird right now, it's just I don't like that. If you feel that way, then you can message me privately, but please don't tell me what to do on my stream. It's my stream. And I will say whatever I want. I don't care.
But she can humiliate you publicly, but you can't say to her publicly, you have to message it to her. But if you had done that, she would have read it publicly anyway, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, and this is called being an adult. I mean, she has children. You have to roll with the punches. You can't let them see that you're getting irritated. I mean, a lot of this is just, "Oh, well, we disagree. Okay." And then ignore it, and it goes away almost. It
Mhm. Yeah, Bruce the Moose, good to see you. Says praise publicly, criticize privately. The first rule of management. Yeah,
Absolutely.
never ever do this. Never. All right, let's keep going.
If you think that I should not say something, and that's very hard for me to say, but if we're going to be honest, I'm on my show and I don't like seeing a mod telling me to not call people names. So I will do whatever the fuck I want, and that's how that's going to be. So no offense, and Cheryl is great, but don't ever fucking tell me what to do on my stream. It's my stream. I'll call anybody a fucking liberal or whatever I want. It's my stream. Like, I'm really disappointed that you did that. I don't like that. And I don't have the ability to just like not react to that right now. So that's what you're dealing with.
She
I'm
has no
staring at this and I'm like, how do I handle that? Well, if you're going to call me out, I'm going to tell you I don't like that you do that. So please don't do that again. And we can talk offline, which is where I prefer that would have happened. But also, like, do not tell me what the fuck to do.
So she basically just
Anyway,
admitted to not having impulse control.
Right.
She
No
could have
impulse
waited.
control. To have this conversation privately.
Yeah.
She could have.
Which is-
And of course,
yes.
I bet, Cheryl, if she had not done this and she was quiet about it and then called you afterwards, would you have taken that phone call?
I would have taken the phone call. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I would have respected it and said, "Oh, yeah, all right, no problem." And I still might have left the channel. Like, I don't know why it was a big deal that I didn't want to be on a channel anymore. If she's going to continue to name call, that just doesn't align with me. It was something I want to hear. I should be able to my mods can leave if they want. It's not,
Right.
Oh
yeah.
There's no time clocks. There's no check-in.
Anytime you want to. This will never happen to you on this channel. Mods, I will never do this to you. Like, you can come, you can go. Whenever you want. You don't even have to be here. I mean, most of the time, like, you don't have to be here at all if you don't have time. I appreciate everything my mods do. They're amazing. Thank you for doing it. Faves, Rogue, everybody. I mean, you guys you're great. I can't imagine feeling this kind of ownership over one of the mods, another human being, that I feel like I can control what they are saying or doing. Oh my God. No, I told Rogue, I think I texted her and I was like, if I ever speak to you like that, I give you permission to call my husband and tell him to unplug the router. I swear.
Oh no. That'll cause a body cam situation.
Yeah.
No.
My flabbers are gasted because I am just the people who have helped me see this stream. This has always been my dream kind of job, to be a content creator, which is weird. But you know, I've had so many people support and help me, and then to forget all the people that supported and helped me and think that I'm owed something, it's just so antithetical to who I think all of us in our circle are. And maybe that's a good thing, is that, even though there are, jerks and butt monkeys on YouTube, we do tend to gravitate towards the people that align with us, and you can find some really, really good people. And I would just never imagine doing. It's so hard to play her because it's just so.
You just can't even believe what comes out of her mouth. Like,
There's
you just can't.
There's no self-awareness and maybe issues with impulse control. It's just like.
Who
time to
said
get
this?
off.
Julie. Julie says Megan makes her mods show their shoulders even when they're not on camera.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. At least one shoulder out at all times. That's true. That's true.
You get the super tits.
That's how you get the super tits. That's right. That's right. Oh my God. Mel Klomp says Star is fabulous. Yes, she is. Star
Yes,
is
she
fabulous.
is.
Greg of Scotland, thanks for the 10. Let's call a spade a spade. It's clear to see she wants 15 minutes of fame. She's failing, sadly trying to revive. The Me Too movement, shaking my head. She's just ruining it for real victims. It's not good. It's not a good look. I have my faves. Thanks to the 2. Thanks for being a good non-paying boss, Megan.
Exactly.
And by the way, I am not the boss. There's no bossing here. I'm not a boss, babe. You guys do whatever you want. That's my rule. Whatever you want, mods. Whatever you want. Julie,
Just don't attack the host or
don't attack the host. Yeah. Julie, thanks for the 5. I only remember watching South Park Harry and Meghan privacy tour on Locals with Megan. One of the funniest watch parties ever. That was fun. God, that was funny. I think I saw buttons from that. Wait, and this one.
How dare you, sir? My Instagram loving wife has always wanted her privacy.
Love that one. Wendy, Michelle, thanks for the 5. What is that stuff? I already take Adderall for my ADD. It is a nootropic, Wendy. It is it's for your brain. It's got specific chemicals for your brain. You can read all about it on ketobrains.com, which has all the ingredients. It's something called MCT, which is a naturally found chemical in the human body that helps brain focus. And then there's also other things like lion's mane and mushrooms. And nootropics are like one of the fastest growing health products out there. And I'll tell you, I hardly ever, when I take supplements or whatever, I never see a difference. I saw an instant difference when I started drinking Keto Brains. Instant. I love this stuff. Check it out. You won't be sorry. Ketobrains.com. Julie, thanks for the 5. Megan only has to know your pool measurements for you to be a mod. True. Also true.
Above ground, below ground.
Above, below. And I want to see your tax records to make sure it's being taxed properly, because you know that as a former Republican and a conservative leaning person, I definitely want the county to get its bag.
More taxes.
More taxes.
Yeah.
I want more taxes for sure. Julie, thanks for the 2. She's officially gone below 10,000 subs. And you know what? I feel sorry for her. I don't suggest anybody unsubscribe unless that's something that you feel you have to do. I just think when you get that many subs that quickly, it's a recipe for disaster, because she thought it was easier than it is. It's very difficult to keep an audience engaged. And I think she's going to find that out now because she's done these things. Ross Street, thanks for the 10. Please help with my case in Missouri against Taney County. Judge Eric Amy, not that asshole. Hasn't he been disrobed yet? Please get a hold of me so I can get an idea of what steps I can take. Thanks, Ross Street. Ross, let me explain something to you about Missouri. I would love to help you, but there is no helping you in Missouri. Like Missouri, it's bad. So Ross, you can email me and we can talk about it. I can give you a couple of ideas as far as like attorneys maybe you can talk to. But honestly, the only thing you can do in Missouri is get a good attorney that knows what's going on and pray to God that you get lucky. Missouri family court system is an absolute disgrace. And Judge Eric Amy is one of the worst. And I will talk to you about it. But I cannot promise you that I can cover a story, but I will talk to you about it. Email me, meganfox.writer@protonmail.com. I'm sorry to hear that Judge Eric Amy is still on the bench. Damn. He's the one that put the Rocket children in jail, by the way, the Bart Rocket's children. He put them in jail for not wanting to go see their mom for visitation. He literally walked them to the jail and put them in it. And then he lost his immunity for that because he acted as a police officer. And they sued. And after years and years and hundreds of thousands of dollars, a jury awarded the children $5,000 each.
Are you?
Thanks a lot. Cynthia Fire Fairy, member for 22 months. I love modding for free. It's not about the money. It's about the power. I think I missed a new member too. Wait, somebody got a new membership. There it is. Joy Schmehar. Is that right? Am I saying that right? Welcome to the Fox Den. It's weird here, but you will get used to it. And I promise I won't call you out on a live stream like this. I promise this will never happen to you
On
here.
a rant for 10 minutes calling everybody a bunch of fucking names. So there's that. First of all, I cannot change how I feel or how I react to things. I'm just being honest that seeing a mod of mine, CYBERCHICK, telling me not to call people names kind of just got me feeling a certain way.
I don't like how she characterizes you as a mod of mine. When she met you as a content creator and someone she interviewed, I don't like that at all. Like, what you are was a fellow content creator. And yet
Friend
she
of
has
the
this
channel. There's many ways to describe that. Many ways.
There's
Not just
she
my
has
mod.
this, like, she thinks that she controls you, and it's gross. And
she's also giving people strategically, she's also giving people the perfect ammunition to derail her. Again, you don't let if you have incredibly thin skin, then you don't want to let people know what bothers you.
Exactly. She hasn't learned that yet, though. As much as she thinks she knows YouTube, she does not know how to avoid this situation, which is never let the internet see what makes you upset. Never. Because
But
it
I
will
actually
never
have a
stop.
different theory on it after what I went through and where I ended up. Everything, the God stuff, the coffee, her kids, it's content. This was content. Like, she probably had nothing to talk about that day. And this is content.
Maybe.
Like, so that is one of the reasons I shut it down, right? And I'll tell you about our phone conversation. It was I learned that lesson this day. Like, oh, I am just I will not be content. So I just think it's content and money.
Well, and good on you for realizing that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to really figure out where you're feeding things and then where you're speaking your truth. And that's a hard line to learn, especially on the internet. And I think you handled it with a lot of grace, because I don't know that I would have handled it with grace.
No. And I do have to bounce. It was nice to meet you, Cheryl, and Megan. We have a face tape session coming soon, I think.
Oh yeah, we've got to do that. It's sitting right here on the desk. We've got to do.
So we'll get to that. So yeah, just check me out. I am some other lady on YouTube.
She is Rosalind Duke on YouTube. She's not some other lady.
I've already subbed.
Bye, Roz. Love you.
See you later.
All right. Let's see now. This is really getting wild, you guys. This is going to get wild. Here we go.
How to articulate that exactly, I don't know. I am telling you that it's changed my vibe. It makes me feel like I don't want to keep going on this, that I want to have a side conversation, and that's just making me feel a certain way. There's no other way to stop that or whatever. It's not that deep. It's not that big of a deal. This isn't like to be exploited as like Jess doesn't like people telling her what to do or can't hear other people give their opinions. But I've created a space specifically for me to do just that. So that's my thing here is I have made this space so I can give my opinion on things. And I do not really do well with inside this space being told what to do. I also don't like that it like makes me feel like I'm not doing something right. I'll take feedback. I will take offline things, but in a moment while I'm sitting here and I'm talking about something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm getting a vibe that it's coming from a political side of things, now I'm very territorial. This is my space. I'm a Republican. I'm a conservative. I've been an active Republican.
So fuck everybody
I've
else.
been a activist for.
I mean, it's just like, well, I'm a conservative. I'm a Republican. So fuck all y'all. Like, you know, there are so many other people in the world, Jess. Why are we doing that? Why are you doing this?
I can understand being passionate about something, but you can say, hey, we probably won't agree, but, you know, thanks for being in my chat. I mean, at the end of the day, no one is required to watch any of our channels. No one is forced. You have to offer something good. And, you know,
well, apparently you don't. Apparently you could just drive around and do errands and talk to people and rage on the street and people will listen. I don't know.
As much as it's not my jam, if you enjoy it, here's the difference between Jess and us. If you enjoy being a bun or a bunny or whatever, then go have your fun. I don't care. If you want to watch anyone, go do that. We're never going to tell you who not to watch. We want you to think. We want you to have all the information, make your own choice. And if it turns out, you know, you're not going to follow us anymore, that's fine. But, you know, we have to earn it. And her attitude is just so confusing to me. Sorry.
Crazy.
My party and for things like this. And I was getting a vibe here that one of my mods is like not aligned politically with that. And to be quite frank with you, I don't know her politics, but I'm saying that
Yes,
I
you
don't
do.
like that vibe coming from someone that I trust here. So you have no jurisdiction over my content. You have jurisdiction over modding and making sure the chat goes in a healthy way, but it's overstepping a space when you're trying to tell me not to call people names and change my content. So I don't like that. And that's exactly why I'm feeling off-putting and I'm disappointed and I don't like that. And I have every right to say that. I have every right to talk about my politics and say what I want. I don't like that this fucked up the vibes. I don't like any of it. I'm 2 seconds away from
You
shutting it
fucked up
down,
the
but I feel
vibes.
like then that'll be exploited into I threw a temper tantrum. So I'm in real time trying to
did.
walk through it. But like, can we default back to the regular stance, which is don't tell me what to do? Not here, not in my show, not in my space. I'll do whatever the fuck like. Don't do that. I'm so
Is she
mad.
Eric
Actually.
Cartman?
I'm actually in such a bad mood right now that I don't want to continue this live stream. And I hate that I am in the
I can't believe you shut her down with one word.
I
No
mean-
name calling. That's all it takes. I can't even do this stream anymore.
I mean, she's
the
totally
comments I get
spiraling
sometimes.
out.
She's crashing out.
I'm actually like this in real life. Like I had a situation last week at work in a meeting where it was me and some executives and they went around and did intros and they skipped a woman next to them. And I stopped everyone and said, wait a minute, you skipped her. Like it's not unusual for me to make peace or make way for other people. So
I mean, you
it
could have
wasn't
been
a big
talking
deal.
to anybody in the chat too. You could have been saying, "Hey, no name calling." It's what does that have to do with politics?
That's true.
I mean, you just said no name calling. People
Be
say
nice.
that kind of stuff in Megan's all the time. You know.
Oh, they should see the stuff that goes on in my chat. I try, very rarely do I get derailed by something in chat that pisses me off. And usually I'll just deal with it and then move on. Like if something pisses me off, I'll just be like, hey, that was wrong. Like, and move on. But like, I can't imagine doing this to my mod. Like I can't, I'll do it to a troll now and then. But I mean, not like this, not like
This is
I can't even
content.
stream anymore.
This is content because then she can come back later on today and have a show about it's content. I'm telling you.
I get that, but there's a reason I stay away from drama because I would have way too much fun in it. And I could be a really negative and hateful person. And I don't want that to be my legacy on YouTube. Whatever my channel becomes or doesn't become, I don't want that to be my thing. Now, am I above dressing up in a wig? No, but that's not the main thing of my channel. And if it's her shtick, I just hope that she's much more positive in real life because I can't imagine it's very.
I don't know. I looked up her court records in Massachusetts, and there are many of them. Let's just put it that way. This woman is constantly fighting with everybody. The Broken Boner is in the chat. I hope you're not sexting anyone inappropriate today, by the way, Baker.
We are getting you a guardian ad datum. It's kind of like a guardian ad litem, but they just go through your text and Google investigate
certain people. Yeah.
Maybe we need to create a specific, how they have those softwares that parents can put on their kids' computers. We need one for Baker.
A Baker 360.
We're also talking last night. What does Baker call his members? Or we've decided they should be the muffin tops.
The muffin tops. I loved that.
Not in a bad way because we're all fluffy.
that space and that headspace, but I'm really pissed off. And so I'm going to end this because I'm very mad and I'm annoyed and I will
very mad.
Catch you guys later.
CYBERCHICK is left.
So do you think she was really mad at this or no?
Do you want me to tell you she called me? So
so what happened then?
I was walking Prince. She called me and I was just like, what? This should not be a big deal, Jess. It's fine. I won't you're way overreacting. It's my chat. I do what I want. Okay. I was emotional. She said I was crying. I don't remember crying, but I know my voice was, I was just like, what is happening? This was such a a non-issue. And she said, I said, I don't have to mod for you. She said, no, I want you to mod. I want you to stay. Just know that it's my I could say whatever I want on my channel. I said, that is fine. We ended up
realized
someone sent me a text and said, Jess is live. It must have been 3:00 that day, and she's ripping into you. And I said, I blocked her. I listened to like half an hour of it. I think it went on for an hour and a half. She was talking about me being her employee, and
Yes,
she's my employer. And I was like, look, I got a full-time job. Like, obviously she talked about what we talked about and how it became crystal clear that I was content. And I said, I will never have a private exchange with her again. It is clearly for content. Those were the boundaries I set up. I didn't actually wish any ill will towards anyone in the chat. I just wanted to go my own way and continue on with life.
It's just insane to me. It's insane to me.
I find it hilarious.
She had to have this breakdown moment and then a phone call. I cannot imagine calling Rogue to be like, I can't believe you said that in the chat today.
I can't believe how triggered she was. I mean, if anything, models unhinged. This is unhinged. This is triggered.
Yeah.
This is not being able to handle it.
And I refuse to talk about it on my channel. I said, I'm not giving her content. I will not.
Wonderful.
I didn't address it for 4 months. I did not.
That was really smart of you. Wait, when did this happen? What month are we talking about?
This happened in March, like early March.
Oh, so it wasn't too long ago.
Early March.
So there was fallout though for you with the bunnies attacking you. Now Jess claims that her bunnies never attack anybody on her behalf. What was your experience with that?
That was probably the hardest part because I felt connected to a lot of them. Like you mentioned Moons and Oceans. Amanda is Moons, and we had a good relationship. She's really good with video stuff, and at one point we exchanged phone numbers, and I was helping her. She thought she got hacked, so I helped her with her computer, but they all just turned on me. I mean, I was a mod for someone who said, look, I don't believe what Jess is saying, but you're going to impact my ability to sell product if you continue being my mod. So I just said, I'll leave. I get that. I said, but that's why I want everyone to sub to Miss Habibable, because she stood by me. My mod stood by me. The people that could critically think and say that was an overreaction, I'm not going to take it out on her. But she went so far as to tell anyone in the chat that had the last name Chick or anything in their name that was Chick, it was too triggering. They had to change it to be in her chat. So, and that was fine. I didn't really even care. I was sad for a second, but like I said, I'm fighting a cult over here. And I'm fighting cyber criminals. So I just I wanted to go on with my life, but she was nonstop. She just, everyone, and I wasn't listening, and people were like, she's talking. We started a segment on my show called how many days has it been since CyberChick has been dragged on the internet? And we never got past 0 until Jolene and Olaf were able to get me to, like, I think I'm on day 4 where no one's being mean to me.
So it's been going on since March?
Mm-hmm. Every day. Pretty much. I mean, every week there was.
I thought maybe this, usually like it lasts for about a week or so. And then a new topic, but that's like, really hyper-focused.
Last week she sent an email. She sent an email that, because I haven't responded for 4 months. So June 16th, she sent an unhinged email that Jolene read. If you haven't heard it, you should go back, because I didn't respond to it. And because I did, she thought I would read it. And because I didn't, and she thought it was such a great email, she read it. Even though it said, this is just for you to see. And it was,
I have this huge problem with people putting out private messages. Like,
oh, I hate it.
I mean, this all happened with like Baker, and like private messages and what's said in private to your friends or should be private. I mean, it's like, not everything in life is on the record for, journalists. And it's just like,
it on the record without permission. I don't read it. I don't care what it says. It's awful.
the same way. I'm the same way. I have receipts that could have probably cleared me up and embarrassed some people, and I just wouldn't do it. I said, oh, they're not, I didn't write them, so I can't
I
publish
still have some too, and it's just like I could show the truth, but it's not worth my time or
I know
my
It
ethics.
makes a
But
difference to me if it were actual receipts of an actual wrongdoing of
or
a crime
crime or
something.
yeah.
Yes.
That
yes.
is different. That's evidence that
Yep.
would probably be used in court. But this crap of just let's embarrass someone with private stuff that should never have been public is garbage. Garbage.
High school. It is high school behavior, and I just keep seeing this. And like, this past year, I see it so much, and it just, like, and people need to also remember too. And this may be for Baker more, but we need to text and email like they're going to be read in court.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right. We have to get back to this because Tug's going to go live at, he's going live soon. But I am going to be redirecting you guys over there when we are done.
We're not going to change anything, but I have not seen her. She's gone? Hasn't been on since? Huh. Haven't seen her in the chats at all. No, she didn't get fired. No, I didn't fire her. I honestly haven't seen, she fired herself. I didn't fire her. This is a very critical thing. I know some people will downplay it, but when you have a channel that is your revenue stream, when you're making money off of it, substantial money off of it, mods are a very critical part of that. And the wrong mod can ruin a channel. No mods can watch a channel go downhill. Like it's a part of the brand. I've got to figure this out. And I'm not saying ignorance is bliss.
She knows so much about YouTube, and she's just the queen of you. She knows all about how YouTube works. I don't know one channel that's been destroyed by a mod. Okay, there's some mod drama occasionally. You just remove them. It's that simple, and then you move on with your life. There is no, and you don't talk about it publicly, or it becomes a problem. That's how you make a problem for yourself. Jess made this problem for herself because now everybody's looking at this going, wait a minute, what did CYBERCHICK ever do to her?
Because I do have my hands in everything that involves my shows and my brand, but
my brand,
that incident that occurred, I'm not really sure how that happens. I have had many people reach out to me post that situation who are like, listen, I've been modding for multiple channels for years. That shouldn't have happened. You were right. I haven't had anybody tell me I shouldn't have reacted that way. I like CYBERCHICK and I wanted her to have a channel and I wanted her to succeed. So maybe that can kind of make things cloudy. I need business transactions here. Like if I even mention my Substack gets dropped in the chat. Do you know what I mean? Someone says merch, drop the merch. So I said in my message, I said, I was on yesterday and the chat informed me that you haven't been on. I think we should have a conversation. When would you like to talk? And she did not respond to my text message. I waited. She still has not responded. Now, not one time in our text exchange.
Eating in my ear.
Oh God!
Has she ever not responded to a text message of mine within minutes?
Oh, the mouth noises! Please, not the mouth noises.
Right,
if not seconds.
Oh.
Right here.
She did not respond.
Oh, the chewing.
So I took the time to go back and read every single text messages that we had with each other. Looking back.
Oh God, I don't think I can handle this.
The signs were there.
Torture.
This is a very good lesson. And also,
I'm speeding.
I am exceptionally proud of myself with how I handled this.
Megan, can you replay that? That's actually
not only
kind of
part of it,
hilarious. Can you make that? Can anyone clip that as an
I am
audio thing?
exceptionally proud of myself and how I handled this.
I'm pretty sure I DM'd Mo and said, why is she always so exceptionally proud of herself for how she handles things?
Okay, I do have a question. Okay, how did she get all this confidence? Because I'm pretty sure I got 3 people's body shame and like self-conscience, but I did not get any confidence. So where did she get this? Because
I don't know, but she's exceptionally proud of herself.
That's life's participation
exceptionally
trophy.
proud of myself with how I handled this. Not only this part of it, but every single text interaction between she and I. It's almost like the Kelsey shit where you're reading the text and you're going, oh, don't say anything, don't take the bait. I'm beyond professional every single solitary time. But what you didn't see or what you don't know is how
beyond professional, folks. Wait till you hear the email she sent to Cheryl.
often she was baiting me. And I never took that bait. And I'm going to be honest with you, I barely remembered because I approached her as a business contract, not as a friend. She's not my friend. She's just somebody who wanted a business transaction with me. She wanted to build her channel by modding mine. She offered to compensate me for that. That didn't feel right. Didn't feel right with the universe for that. So I just offered it to her in exchange for her being professional, which she clearly is not. And so looking back at these messages, it was a combination of me not caring about the drama, and also being professional, which she was not.
Okay.
So because she was my mod and because I entrusted her to be my mod and run this channel for me while I was being the talent, I have every right to talk about this. It is
Jess, you are hysterical. Keep this.
She was being the talent.
Can I put beyond professional on my LinkedIn along with the talent?
Wait,
I would hope
I have
you're
to
the
change something. How do I change my? I don't know how to change my thing. Where's my thing? Where's my nameplate? I need to change it.
Okay, I never have referred
I
to
am now the
myself as the
talent.
talent, but
I am now
no,
the talent. No one else is allowed to have this on their nameplate. This is my show. I am the talent. I am the
Jess,
talent.
you are hysterical. Like, seriously. And I'm not trying to be mean. This just strikes me as incredibly funny, and your delivery is great. And thank you for making me laugh.
It's part of the show. It is part of my content, and I will talk about it. CYBERCHICK is very keenly aware of all of the people, all of the channels, all of the players, and all of the drama amongst this whole post Karen Reed life. She watches all the shows. She knows all the drama. She knows all the players. And many times she would send me drama and would say, hey, not sure if you saw this or this or this. She talked shit about people. And on everything I have, I never engaged. To all of you, I just want to let you know, I understand that many of you liked her, and you can continue to like her. You can continue to listen to her, follow her, go on her shows, all of those things. CYBERCHICK has over 1,000 subs right now, and now those are all directly related to me. Every single one of them. When she started, she had less than 100.
Every single one of them. No, when she started, she went on with Shizzy, Mo, and Baker. Now, let me ask you something, Cheryl. Did you get any subscribers after being on those shows?
I did. I think when I met Jess, I had 400. You know, I'm honestly, it's hard because it's so easy for me to get defensive and go, of course I wasn't sending her a random text. We were having conversation, but I'm assuming everyone has critical thinking skills. So I'm not going to be defensive, but
I'm thinking in my head and I'm sure that's what it was. I'm sure she was baiting you and bringing drama to you. She was probably saying, hey, this happened in chat. Is this okay?
Would you want any of your text messages for 6 months or 4 months read without context in a row?
No. The problem for her is I remember everything I hear, and she introduced you as already having 300 to 400 subs. So you were not at 100. Again, The problem is that if you are on the internet, you have to stay consistent. Or people like me who remember everything will be like, actually, it was the Death Star in 1974 and George Lucas had it on the director's cut. We're out there.
Oh, God.
100. She had 30. And I was one of them. So enjoy what you build off of my back. And you should really reconsider how you handle your professional relationships here.
She's the one. Cheryl, you're the one who needs to reconsider how you handle your professional.
I really need Jess to have a show about what is professional. Like, I really do, because
what is her definition?
Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that word means what you think it means.
I want to do a skit now of her being human resources because I could only imagine.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. You're so funny. I think
You have to
laughter is
laugh
good for
at
me.
it. Sometimes you just have to laugh at the like.
Yeah,
I don't know.
me
I have
too.
a chronic illness, and it's like I just have to laugh at stuff because it's out of my control.
And I think that's the thing that really bothers me is I come on here to try to give people a good day. And, you know, Rogue Mama, she has a chronic illness. I have a chronic illness. Like, this is our place to come here and kind of escape from things. And if this is how she escapes, that's fine. But then you go attack other people who are just trying to escape, who want to stay out of the drama. It just stick with other drama channels. I don't understand this.
Well, the punishment didn't fit the crime. So, you know, if we want to really look into it, like she's probably really pissed at other people, and I'm a safe target to attack.
She knows you're not good. She knows you won't react.
I didn't react. Yeah. So she just
And
kept hitting.
that was the best. Well, I would say it's the best thing you can do. I mean, I don't know. Obviously,
I don't know
she
either.
didn't stop. I don't know. Like, sometimes I go back and forth between just ignore it. But then sometimes with people like this, I didn't realize it was going on for months. Yeah.
Oh, this is crazy.
I think that's what people forget about the Baker thing is that he was carrying this silently. He didn't, you know, if you were behind the scenes, you kind of knew something was bothering him, but you didn't bring it up because, you know, that's your friend. And it's different when you see your friend struggle for months and months and then to have, you know, this all come out and it be made a joke of when you've seen the real struggle behind all of it.
Yeah, there's other stuff that's not even talked about here, but as soon as this happened in the March timeframe was when J7 was flooding everyone's chat that Baker broke her heart. And as soon as this happened on that day, she spun a story about how Side Eyes Jess, who's my mod, and I broke her and Baker up. So they were all different branches of lies coming out of this one name calling. I was like, how am I linked to?
I didn't realize this was a bigger spider web. I didn't know that you broke her. Wow.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother commentary of, you know.
We don't talk about it because I do think that J7 has some issues and I feel bad. So I don't touch that.
That's one way to put it. All right, let's keep moving.
I'm pretty pissed off, actually, that she didn't respond to my text. The way that we had that call, the day that we had the situation that occurred in the live, listen, I feel like I handled it professionally and as like a boss. I was like, this was inappropriate. You shouldn't have done that. Why did you do that? And she apologized. She said she shouldn't have done it. She made a mistake. She was upset how the chat had turned on her. She was crying. And I said, I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to leave you as a mod. I'm not going to change anything. And then I went on vacation. Now you're not in the chat. You're not modding. And then I text you and you don't want to respond. Okay. All right. Now it's going to go a different way. She could communicate with me. She doesn't want to. Or, listen, I'm 50 years old now. We're not playing guessing games. First of all, I overlooked their politics
15.
when I found out about them, which was before the incident occurred on the live. I overlooked them. I literally was, now it's crazy because like people on the left don't do that. But like as a conservative woman, I didn't mind that she had different opinion. I was very willing to just be like, as long as it doesn't interfere with my
She
shit.
does not speak
then
for
what
any
happens can interfere.
conservative women.
Yeah,
she speaks only for herself.
She does not speak for us. No.
I feel like we need the little
And
thing
by the
from
way, that's just not even true. Obviously, conservative or self-described conservative women do behave like this because she's doing it right now.
Yeah.
This is crazy. What is she eating? What is she eating? Says Nicola.
And how dare, you know what? I overlooked. Again, it's that placing herself in that Christ-like Messiah kind of thing. Like, I can dispense not only absolution for your Democratness, but also, smite you with justification. I don't know where you get, the audacity to do this, but it must have been on clearance.
I want to skip forward a bit because, Tug's live, so I don't want to get fired from my show with Tug. I thought he went, for some reason, I thought that he went live at 5:00 my time, but apparently it's 4:00 my time. And I am going to be redirecting you guys over there, but I want to skip to the point where she just goes through all the stuff about how she called you and, she just can't believe you're ghosting her. And like, she's just going through, but that's not the part that really got me going. So I'm looking at the transcript. I'm looking at the transcript to find the spot.
Yeah, so I didn't respond to her.
Here it
She
is.
went in my chat and said, call me. And so I said, I'm not going to have communication with this, but I went in her chat and dropped a very nice message that we should just go our own way.
All right. And that's when, that's when it goes off the rails here, right here. Oh my God. It's so bad.
Never? Okay. Your choice. Oh, wait, is CyberChick in the chat? Hold on. This is a sad attempt at being clever. Is this what I'm really seeing right now? I can't. So I go in her chat today and I'm like, hey, maybe return my text message, right? Because she hasn't responded to my text message. So I'll get her right on her show. And now to be clever, she wants to come on here and she wants to say we should go our separate ways. We will, but not until I get to say my part. I don't know how many followers CyberChick has right now.
Like, she hasn't said her part for weeks and weeks. Her part.
Yeah.
Months. Like, while you're late. I mean, she said, this is crazy to me. She also, and I don't know if I missed it because I skipped ahead, but she used a phrase where she said she was going to have an exit interview with you. As if
with the exit interviews.
That's so cute.
I mean,
she thinks she's a boss, babe, man, and you need to sit down for her exit interview. Good Lord, can I exit out of this reality where this is a thing?
My part. I don't know how many followers CyberChick has right now, but it will never be more than that. Where she is where she'll stay. Hey, Jess Machado, responding to your chat.
Holy shit! Where she is
you're nothing without me.
Stay. I'm so offended by this. Chat, if you are as offended as I am, please, mods, drop CyberChick's channel in the chat. I want to see a subscribership drive. I want to see CyberChick get to 10,000.
Yeah, let's do something positive. Subscribe to someone, support someone. This doesn't have to be about, I saw a comment that someone's so disappointed in us for giving this energy or whatever. We're letting CyberChick talk about something she's carried silently for a while. And I'm okay with letting victims talk. So, however, we don't need tone police. If you don't like if you have lost respect for us, please unsub and all the best.
All the best. Where's my button?
All the best.
There you go. All right. So you can see yourself out. But if you are going to quit, make sure you send me a rage email so I can make fun of it later.
Oh, yes. I would like my exit interview emails on my stream. Let me know.
I live last night. I appreciate you reaching out. At this point, I think it's best we go our separate ways. Wishing you and everyone here all the best. Right. 1,102 subscribers. Screenshot that. That's where we're going to stay. So here's what's got me going about the CyberChick thing. This is how I really feel. I really didn't like her. I really didn't like her. I didn't like some of the things that she was texting me. But I disciplined myself to say, think the better of a person.
She's her own dom. That makes sense.
It's okay that not everything about a person is perfect. You don't have to like everything about them. They aren't going to always say things that you agree with. This is a business.
By the way, CyberChick is now at 2,170 subscribers.
Thank you.
Blown past the 1,000, whatever it was that just said that's where she would stay. That's where you are. And that's where you're going to stay. Not if I have to say about it. CyberChick is going to go to the moon. To the moon.
CyberChick even hit that before she was on here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
I want to see.
she doesn't need you, Jess.
No, she doesn't need you. And she never did. She
When
never
you're
needed
a good
you.
person and you have good content, your channel grows how it grows. You know, you might not get some overnight, but.
And I want all of you, if you've already subscribed to CyberChick, I want all of you to take her channel and post it on your social medias and tell all your friends, subscribe to this channel because she's cool and she's put up with months and months of cyber harassment from Jess Machado, and she doesn't deserve that. So everybody, let's go sub to CyberChick, because we're not going to allow this. We're just not going to allow this, trying to destroy one channel for absolutely nothing. Crazy. Yeah. You in the chat, don't tell me what to do. The chat is rebelling. Can't tell me. I'll do whatever I want. Do whatever I want. But I do. I want all of you. I want to see how high we can get it up before the time. Oh, that's what she said. God damn it. Megan, phrasing.
Phrasing.
I want to see how many subscribers we can get on CyberChick's channel before we end this.
And she's doing a good job. Really important stuff about, things that we didn't have to deal with. Cults were not online. They're so much easier. There's so much more stuff. And the way, you present it, and you, like I said, you give people grace. And that's the one thing I really liked, because I think I was one of those people that watched the documentary and kind of thought, okay, this, until you step back and think, I was a dumb 19-year-old looking for love too, or I was a dumb 20-year-old looking for love too. And when you're looking for support, unfortunately, sometimes you end up in Twin Flames or the Bunny Hatch. And
yeah, or the Bunny Hatch. Yes.
And the one good thing about life is that we all mess up, and even Jess Machado can come back and be redeemed. She can. Does it suck to eat humble pie? She's gonna
have to eat a lot of crow. She's gonna have to say she's sorry to a lot of people. And
but
you
can. This life includes the possibility that you can, atone for the douchebag. I've been a jerk and a butt monkey a lot, and I've had to atone for that and take some really hard looks at myself. But at the end of the day, I'm a better person for it. So let's support, CyberChick and all the good people that have come out of this.
According to Jess, I can't stream with Dave Neal. What? I will have you know that Dave Neal has replied to this scandal, and he has made a statement. Let's get over to Dave Neal and see what Dave Neal has to say.
Why can't you stream with Dave Neal?
I don't know. But the bunnies are saying this. This is what the bunnies are saying. Let me show you.
Ooh.
This is rich, coming from a woman who rode Dave Neal's coattails about the Laura case. And I said, I am so sorry about your coattails, D. Neals. I hope you were able to recover. And Dave said, you've got a free lifetime seat on my coattails.
Did he show you a whole new world? Were you singing Aladdin as you were, around the neighborhood, just like coasting on his?
See, because Jess, this is how adults behave with one another. They love one another regardless of who they voted for. Just like me and Dave Neal. Be like me and Dave Neal, because me and Dave Neal are awesome. We are what America should be. We are friends, first and foremost. And yeah, he votes for people I don't vote for. And we don't agree on like pretty much anything, but we really accept that we love justice. And I bet I'm pretty sure he could talk me into some of his weird lefty ideas. I've told him he probably could. My mind is quite open to many things now that everyone has just fucked it all up completely. I don't know. I have no faith in anyone anymore. I'm completely black-pilled. Maybe we should try total socialism. I don't know. Maybe let's go for it. What else could it get? What?
Count
what
Binface from the UK. I'm just telling you, he will restore your faith in humanity, and he is my unofficial Count Binface.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
He is a miracle. He isn't. He's
All
in
right,
fact
I'll
the
have to
man
look
who
him up.
wears a trash can on his head, but he was the most sane candidate in local politics. So he's my unofficial running mate.
Wait, is he the one with the trash can on his head?
Yes.
The video that you guys played?
Dave's
Yes.
says that CyberChick is now at 2,240 subs. Fabulous. Keep going, guys. To the moon. To the moon. Let's hear more about this.
To someone who seems capable. Put your feelings aside, Jessica, about the kind of person that she seems to be, and just maintain the professional relationship you have with her. As long as that stays okay, then you have no grounds to say anything. But when she would text me things, I wouldn't like them. Also, I wouldn't screenshot them or send them to anybody. I didn't tell anybody. I just fucking kept it to myself. And that's what's making me so upset, is that I handled CyberChick differently than I handle everybody else. I handled her differently.
What did she do to other people?
I felt like I
Chris
should give a
Hansen?
person like that a little bit more respect and whatever. I genuinely was happy that she was seeing success. I was so genuinely proud. Also proud of myself that I elevated a person to get to that point. She consistently credited me with her success, thanking me. If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have. Thank you. I'm so happy. Thank you. And then only to be treated this way. And in the end, it almost makes me feel like, fuck it. I am just going to be the rogue fucking beast animal I normally am, because what difference does it make? We always end up in the exact same position. You can't trust bitches. So there's that. We're going to do this in real time. I'm not ready to
There's a parody account, the Rogue Beast Animal.
Oh, dear goodness gracious.
Just because she came in and she's listening. First communication, November 17th.
Oh no, she reads all your private.
I'm thinking about some people who they don't really know who I am. You know what I mean? Like CyberChick didn't know what she was getting into, did she?
Oh God, here we go.
I don't think she did. That's
most people don't know how to react with a rabid animal.
Dirty person and doing me dirty by not responding to my text message, and then attempting to troll me in my chat yesterday. No.
Trolling her in the chat was,
that's not a troll.
I respect you. I respect the chat. I love you. I think we should go our separate ways. That's trolling? Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
Did she like shoot the welcome wagon lady when they came to welcome in the house? I mean,
she will not be ignored, Cheryl.
She was.
They too, just for fun. Somebody, you know what? I never ask my chat to send me anything. Somebody send me a pair of fake glasses that look just like hers, so I can wear them on my next show.
We have a show planned for you
called
tonight.
Timu.
Oh no.
Let's get the agenda going.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay.
That wallpaper scares me.
Oh no.
Give me a second. All right. On our agenda for this evening, welcome to Bunny After Dark. April 1st,
The
April Fool's Edition.
reflection is so funny.
Well, frankly, those glasses are much better than the see-through crap she's wearing.
Yeah.
Okay, also, if they're fake glasses, you pop the lenses out.
You got to take the lenses out. Yeah.
Yeah. So all of my fake fun glasses have the lenses popped out.
Yeah.
I think it's hysterical because I'll forget I'm wearing them like that and then go out places and I know.
Oh God.
And we have the Horizon social chart. Might not be number 1, but it's there.
Oh
2,
God, not the chart.
20 questions. This morning on 24 and 24, I read you 100 questions that I ask people. And then somebody was like, nobody asks you questions, Jessica? Okay, well, we're going to send you 20 and I will oblige and I will answer them. 3, we're going to talk about the affidavit just a little bit because we haven't talked about it enough. 4, Macron. 5, war update.
The president?
6, moon launch.
In France?
Let me just cross that one off real fast. 7, Nancy Guthrie update. And then whatever else I feel like fucking doing. One day I said, I wish I had blue CyberChick glasses. And then 3 of them showed up at my house from 3 different people. So there's these, and then there's these, and there's these. You guys delivered. CyberChick Boston.
Oh God, here we go.
I'll regret this. I will regret this partnership for the rest of my adult life.
Really?
Every single solitary thing I did with you was like swimming upstream. it went against the current on everything that I wanted to
Hey
be
guys,
and do.
I'm aiming to be at the very bottom. Does she have Hitler on her chart? Because I have Hitler on my chart. I want to be on her chart. I want to be below Hitler if she has one. I haven't. Have I made it onto the chart yet? I don't. You guys will have to let me know because I'm not.
I still need the transcript of our over under Hitler.
My fucking being, but I did it because I thought that it was a good lesson in kindness and giving. And it's part
You
of the reason
obviously
why I'm doing
failed
this
that
YouTube class
lesson,
that I'm doing.
Jess. You failed that
Carol,
lesson.
she showed you kindness.
I guess you failed it fantastic. You know, like I've never seen.
Has she had access to highlights? Because there's this really, it's kind of simple, but they had Goofus and Gallant. And like, I just feel like she never had access to that. I feel like we're watching why highlights was so important.
I think we're watching Goofus live action is what
I
we are
know.
watching. That's the perfect description for it. Oh, and I meant to have Rosalind tell her joke about the show. God, she still hasn't done it. I said, Rosalind, if you don't tell this joke publicly soon, I'm going to steal it. Rosalind said that as she was listening to the 24 on 24, she was like, oh, I get it now. It's a live action Yelp review. That's exactly what it
That's
is.
what it
It's
is.
her going
Yep.
from store to store and then telling you the things she likes or hates about each one. And it's 4 hours of that.
Wow.
There's 4 hours.
Because I need to be able to do something and get people on channels, and it has to feel better about, I have to feel better about that. And so, because if I didn't, and I didn't get new people and have them come in and then be appreciative and kind about it, I will just be left with you. And the last thing you did, which is after I fucking texted you, you left me on fucking red. And then I went into your chat and was like, hey, could you call me? And instead of fucking calling me, you came into my chat and you fucking trolled me. But more than anything, you're the only person that got me to fucking stop a live stream because I was so fucking upset with you. And I hate myself for that. And I hate that I gave that fucking power to you. Take it and do what you will with it, which will be nothing because you're mediocre. But CYBERCHICK.
She's mad.
Does she have ADHD?
Could have been a bad bitch, non-committal.
They see
Well,
me trolling.
I'm gonna give Kane this and just move him up a little bit, and CYBERCHICK goes underneath.
Can I just say something? Isn't the chat better without CYBERCHICK? Did we even really need her?
Oh God.
I don't think we needed her.
I just want to point out that all this time, Cheryl has not said a word.
4 months.
And these are all different shows too.
Different shows.
I wish Olaf had put the dates.
I know. I wish the dates were on here. She's still going on about it. Cheryl has said nothing publicly, just going about her life, but also at the same time being shut out by all the bunnies from all the different shows that she was a part of. By the way, CYBERCHICK, I'm going to mod you on my channel. You don't have to do anything moddy. Don't.
Thank you.
She modded me. I don't have any skills.
I said I want CYBERCHICK modded in every single channel now.
I think I was a mod for 2 months. Someone asked, maybe 2.5 months. It wasn't.
Can you drop the chat? Can you drop something in the chat so I can see you, and then I'll give you a wrench.
Yeah.
But welcome to this community over here. We will love you. We will treat you well, and you may. I hope you make a million friends, and I hope that you have a better experience and I promise you that you will, because we don't do that over here. We absolutely do not do. We don't throw people out. We're not going to do that. We just get along. Period.
Thank you.
We're not doing that. And if you need a community of supportive people, you have it here. And
we have different communities too, just so you know. We've got our nighttime audience and the daytime audience. So
right. And then there's the just J-Hip satire audience, and there's and you're welcome in all of it. And I hate this. This is such middle school garbage. This reminds me of being back in middle school. You know what? Her letter that she sent you, it reminds me of a letter that I received from these bitches that were bullying me in middle school. And it said, because they called themselves the Fantastic Four. And I said, well, it's great that that fantastic starts with an F, because we could be the Fantastic Five. And they sent me a letter that was so nasty about how they would never hang out with me. And I basically, you're a loser and we hate you. And it's exactly like the letter she sent you. It took me immediately back there. Like it's
I'm
so
so sorry
unnecessary.
they sent you that. No one should have to go through
Yeah,
that.
we were
so.
9, 9 years
know.
old. And yeah, people, but little girls, they do that. The queen bee syndrome, right? Queen bee. And and she never grew out of that because that's what this is. That is what this is. Why can't I find you in the chat?
Oh, hey, I'll do it
Why are you
again.
Crazy. It's just
Well, I
going too
had a
fast.
theory that
Yeah,
she was
I
just
just hit send.
popular.
Okay.
And that
Oh, there it is.
so she was always kind of the lead of her group because those of us who maybe were awkward or, weren't popular, we've kind of learned how to, joke with ourselves and kind of, learn to take things and really kind of be okay with this. And she doesn't seem like she's ever experienced someone disagreeing with her without thinking it's an attack. So because again, what you said was simply, I don't appreciate name calling. Could we keep it to a minimum? Paraphrased. And that was such a personal attack to her. It's very, very odd.
Well, now Cheryl has a wrench and we can identify her easily in chat and we will never take it away from you. And
nobody can pretend to be her.
And no one can pretend to be it. Well, that's the main reason why I give it to the creators that I know, so that no one can. Someone actually did that to me once and impersonated me in a chat, and I was like, "Holy shit, this could be very bad." People were taking screenshots of it, and so then I instituted that, so that we don't we know who's who. All right.
I don't think we needed her. The power went to her head.
We need
you
you,
start
though,
fucking
Cheryl.
trying to tell me what to do and to control what I say, to protect people in the chat, to make it say, no, we're done now. We're done. Don't bitch and complain when you fuck with me.
She's not
Don't
saying
bitch
anything.
and complain when you come at me after I have been doing the right thing by you.
She said nothing.
I buried CYBERCHICK. Like metaphorically for myself. Like I no longer am comrades. There's no camaraderie there anymore. CYBERCHICK is looking for a host body. Okay, this is what she does. We didn't know that. We didn't know that.
Why?
This is. She's looking for a host body. I was a host.
God,
she's
is
a tapeworm, essentially. I wish I had known that because there was.
This is the girl who's pissed off that people are gently razzing her about silly looking eyebrows, calling another human being a tapeworm. I just want to point that out. That's why she deserves every bit of this. Every bit of it, every bit of the dragging that she's getting, she had it coming, because this is what the energy she put out into the world. Going after an innocent person, calling her a tapeworm, a parasite. How gross is this?
Well, and if you really want to be a journalist, we have a big mouthpiece. There is so much going on that needs to be spoken about. Whether, you're whatever side of political things you are, there are things that you are passionate about. You could spend your time bringing attention to things. I mean, I've watched a lot of her streams and they're rarely about the topic that she claims they're going to be about. We're going to talk about Turtle Boy, this, that, and the other. It's maddening. It's maddening that, you have this great opportunity to bring things out and be brave and bring out stories that, a lot of people aren't taking, and they don't have to be world-changing stories. If she felt strongly about the pool thing and it wasn't out of spite, I would understand it. But it was evidently dripping with envy and spite. And
this is all about content. I'm convinced of it, even as I listen to it more and more, because we could have just gone our separate ways and it would have been easy peasy. But this gives her great content, picking on some. People like that.
Hear this. I guess I don't understand why they want to hear it. And I don't know. I couldn't listen to it. This makes me gasp in horror. It makes me so uncomfortable.
Keep going. It gets worse.
I think those of you bunnies who are here, I know you're listening. I want you to seriously ask yourself why you enjoy hearing someone speak about another person like this. What did Cheryl actually do? What do you think she actually did to Jess when she said one thing, no name calling? And you think it was worth all of this? Do you really? You need to ask yourself, why do I enjoy listening to Jess go after someone like this for that?
There was a span of a couple of days where CyberChick put this offer up and asked me to mod for me. And she was like, I don't want anything exchanged. Just me being a mod on your channel will get me visibility for my channel. And I was like, I'm so confident in myself and who I am. I never even thought that would be an issue. And I was just like, okay. And I was also like, there at the time, there was nothing wrong with me letting someone use my platform to grow. She's ruined it for everybody at this point. She's ruined it for everybody because I completely view this differently now. I look at it completely. Yes, I use the term host body. I literally look at this differently now. Like I should have never allowed this. I should have never done this. Now what she does is she is, and believe me, I've got the screenshots. She's going into shows and chats that she was never a part of before. She's dropping super chats. She's the Temu version of Nan, and she's going and dropping super chats and getting into the chat for visibility. When I saw
so she's trying to make new friends after her old friends dumped her like this publicly. She's trying. You don't even want her to make new friends. Now she can't make new ones. Are you kidding me? This is so crazy, Cheryl. I want to give you a hug. I feel like I'm so sorry that you were alone for months going through this, because I'm sorry, this is hurtful. It really is. It's gross. It's gross.
The CyberChick thing about how she grew her.
It's the internet though, so it's not really that bad. I have such a full life, and I have such a great.
You're like,
system.
it's the internet.
It was annoying, and I didn't get it, but I did not miss one day of going live. Like this did not interrupt my.
Good, and that's the thing is that I deep down feel sorry for Jess because it's very clear she has nothing outside of this that gives her joy, that fulfills her in any way, because she is her worth is so tied into all of this, whether it's content or not. Her identity is so clearly tied into this that even one little slight is a fatal injury. I feel bad for that.
There's no one to talk to because she spends hours online talking to the chat as if she would speak to a best friend. So I'm wondering, where is the best friend? Why isn't there a best friend? And why does she? And it feels like she's very lonely. I feel like who else? Does she talk to anyone else? Because she spends all of her time doing this and oversharing things. The things that she has shared about her family and her children, I would never even repeat. Okay, because it's so inappropriate. So much inappropriate stuff going on. So
channel under the umbrella of mine by being a mod for me. You know, her thanking me for the visibility and that she monetized. And I was like, well, I did that. It was off the back of my hard work that she was able to do that. What she does with it now is up to her. But there was no doubt that what she was able to accomplish as far as views, monetization, was because of her working as a mod for me. And I recognize that aside from like what I do here, like talking and Bunny After Dark and the journalism, that there was an option here for me to like get other people to that position, but in a different way.
I viewed her, I know this is crazy, as an employee. She was an employee of mine. And I think as the boss, I have every right to say, do not.
Cheryl, did you know? Did you know you were an employee?
My real job.
Do you have a W-2 or something? Did she give you I mean, you were an employee? Oh, wow.
Also, question for the tax people in the chat. If I refer to myself as we, the royal we, can I claim myself on my W-2? Asking for a friend.
I'm sorry, Jess, I know you're new to YouTube. You've been here less than a year. Let me say this again. You are not a boss, and mods are not your employees. I don't know if you knew this, but they are not your employees. They're just people who like your show and they kind of want to help out sometimes. And you need to be grateful for them and not treat them like this, because this is crazy.
And no, JK Buck, you are not my employee. I'm already in charge of like raising 6 humans that are not going to destroy the world. I want no more responsibility.
Yeah.
Not openly criticize politics or like do anything like that again. This is my show. I work for it. I'm the one with everything on the line. And I had the decency to have that conversation offline privately. And then when we were done, I was like, 100% we are not changing shit. You are staying. Love having you here. And then to not even have like an exit interview with me that way.
And
then
passive aggressively.
She looks uncomfortable.
Why do we have to have these exit interviews? Like she did that with Turtle Boy too. This is not
I don't.
Who was
not a struggle
exiting?
section?
And then when I jumped in her chat after days of not hearing from her to be like, oh, like, hey, you're going to return my call. The way she handled that was to like try to be snarky and come on mine and say it. Fuck that.
And anyone, like we're out here saying it. Everyone has the information that they need. Don't say we didn't warn you about her. If you still deal with anyone who deals with that CYBERCHICK, be warned. She's a bad person. Listen, I don't want to offend anyone, but women of us, even women my age, I'm 38. It is not appropriate to be behaving like middle schoolers on the internet. Like,
what?
Oh, good Lord.
Also, I would have never guessed 38. I'm so bad at this. But that's a Kelly Blue Book.
Rough 38. It's a rough 38.
I mean, this is the trust me, bro defense, you know? Trust me, she's a bad person. Trust me, he lied.
They turn it around on you and be like, you're the middle schooler, you're the bad person, when you have not responded to this at all.
Not
and
responding, the adult
spending. Yeah, not responding is being the bigger person.
Okay, I also have another question. Why have anyone else on her panel if they rarely get a chance to talk? I mean, I've watched her panel shows or even her interviews where she does all the talking. I don't get anything from the person that she's interviewing.
Like not liking someone. What CYBERCHICK did was intentionally cause problems.
I think we figure it out as we go. I learn a lot from people like Jimmy. You know, I learned the hard way with my mods. Rest in peace, CYBERCHICK. Does that lady even have a channel anymore? That's gone exactly how I predicted it would go.
There's a weird behavior thing, like CYBERCHICK, for example, going into the chats, right? So like,
no, my eyes. What is happening? Why is she in her underwear on the
that's not Kim Kardashian's. Like, why again?
Okay. I'm sorry, chat. I apologize. I can't do anything about what Jess chooses to put on the internet.
CYBERCHICK down bad. CYBERCHICK been down bad such a long time because CYBERCHICK did something she should have never done. And don't let anybody forget. # we never forget, right? CYBERCHICK was a mod who came to me and asked to be a mod because she wanted profile. She wanted her channel to get profiled. There's no doubt. There's no question about that. I have the receipts. I have the text messages. I read them out loud. When people come at Just the Shadow, it's safe to come out of the shadows and jump in and give your 2 cents because, man, you've wanted to say it for a long time, but you can't say it on your own because you're a pussy. So you wait until there are people with bigger platforms shitting on me, and then you come in and you drop your 2 cents. I see you in the chat, CYBERCHICK. I see you in your blue glasses. I see what you're doing. It won't work because you're a talentless bitch. That's exactly who I'm talking about when I'm talking about talentless. CYBERCHICK, talentless.
We're going to add CYBERCHICK to it. I hope your vagina gets very wet listening to what's your name on my fucking agenda.
She's literally speaking out of her ass.
This is fucking annoying.
Comedy gold. Jess, you are my favorite comedian. Never changed.
Talentless, because she is the judge of all talent. Motion to quash underwear. Yes, Bruce. Bruce the Moose. I wish I could sustain that motion. I wish I could grant that motion, but unfortunately, we're stuck with what's on the screen. Oh, God.
Chick is again trying to make herself relevant at the expense of me, and it is time to, I think, according to the agenda, put these people in their place. Okay, great. So CYBERCHICK is getting in on it. She's getting into the comment section. She's getting the expert and Baker to be like, lover, CYBERCHICK, blue glasses, you got queen. Right. Sure. Let's go some receipts. So somewhere on one of her live streams yesterday or the other day or whatever, I don't know, she basically was like, I did not build my channel on the back of Jess Machado. I wish I don't have the clip, but she was basically like, I said she built her channel on the back of me. And then she like talked about it and she was like, no, I didn't. This was me and blah, 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 blah. And I would like to share a text message from CyberChick dated Tuesday, December 23rd at 9:00 p.m.
Oh no.
One of the reasons why I didn't have guests on my show is because I never wanted anybody to think that I was using them to get the views. I didn't have Aiden on my show for months. I didn't have people who had platforms on my show for months because I wanted to be able to win people over on my own accord.
Well, that was a mistake. You know, YouTube is about collaboration, and
No.
you should do collabs with other creators. That was a mistake.
Building an entire channel on her personality, it's a bold strategy.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No,
wanted
this
people to
is,
like me
this is
for
gonna be
me
great.
and not because I had someone else on my show. Is there anything wrong with that? Apparently there is. Because
Well, yeah, because liking you for you is difficult, Jess. It's difficult. If this is who you are, because this is unpleasant.
a parasite such as CyberChick, all she does is go around and look for host bodies. That's right, host
we're
bodies,
back to
other
that.
platforms and shows.
You're
You know
back to
why?
that. Cheryl, I offer myself as a host body for you. I just want to make that completely clear.
I think.
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you.
I mean, I'm riding on Dave Neal's coattails. I might as
Okay.
well be a host body for you. Okay.
Thank you.
On your assimilation into the Borg, I know that not everyone is chosen, so congrats.
Congrats.
Because her show itself is boring as motherfuck, and she can't talk about anything that keeps anybody's interest.
Like your show, Jess, because your show is about running errands, literally.
And reading private text messages.
Right.
And that is the reality. And she knows it. That's the worst part. She knows how bad she is. So she has to go and find host bodies. She is a tapeworm. Your channel is stagnant.
Rosalind, if being her is right, I want to be wrong.
It will stay there. I predicted this. Good quality partnerships with people was the only chance you had, and you fucking did me dirty. And so you're never going to get it again. How many times can you talk about the cult? Also, let's go back. You know what? I'm willing to put a bet out there right now that none of my children would ever join a love cult.
All
No,
right,
because
that
they'd
was
have
a
to work.
mistake. That was a mistake. You should never have said that out loud to the universe, Jess. Never, because you're not good at this prediction thing. You're not good at it. You said that CyberChick would never get above 1,100 subscribers. She is. Can we have a subscriber check? Mods, can you get on your goddamn jobs and get me a?
Or we're gonna have a lot of exit interviews.
I need a subscriber check on Cheryl right now. Get on it. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. If you happen to know, that would be terrific. But if you don't, forget it.
No.
She's bad at that. I think she's already over 2,200 at least. I like how the mods are like, oh my God. They're like, all right, 2,600, 2,640 subscribors. That's awesome. That's awesome. Or
2028. Thank you.
Sorry, 220. Yeah, 2000. Sorry, somebody got the number wrong. 2.28. Still way bigger than what she said was going to happen. So she's not good at that. Just don't put this stuff out there. Like, I'm willing to bet this, and that. And don't say you're willing to bet your child will never join a sex cult or any cult. Don't say that.
If
You don't know that.
They're all going to have their struggles. And I'm sure that Jess would be the first one if someone made anything regarding a subject or matter that involved her kids. She would go mama bear because that's what we do. But to give you a platform to talk about your story and then, when you've been very, very transparent that this is what your channel's about, and then she's like, is he ever going to talk about anything other than the cult? What?
I mean, frankly, Cheryl, you talk about that cult as much as you want to. I don't care if you build a channel all about exposing cults. That's a really important thing. It's a really important topic. It's more important than what Jess gets at the Starbucks with her, or the Dunkin' for her order of the day. It's far more important than anything I've heard on her channel. Anything.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean your child is in a cult? Your niece is in a cult? What do you mean she found love on the internet and joined a cult and couldn't get out? I'm sorry. I don't raise pussies.
All right, pause it.
God.
All right, there are very few times that I legitimately call people human garbage, but how dare you? Just because your family hasn't walked through this hard thing, I am sure there are hard and, dirty laundry in your family. And how dare you? Pain is pain is pain. Just ew.
Valhalla just called you out. Hashtag no name calling.
Well,
Yay, Valhalla.
And not only that, but if something does happen with her kids and she puts this out there, her kids can hear it. Can you imagine hearing your mom say that? And
Just never
you've
know.
effed up pretty big.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, how are you going to tell
are
her?
you going to want to go tell your mom?
I just wouldn't put that out there to the universe, Jess. None of your predictions have come true, and I think that's real bold. It's real
Bad
bold.
karma.
Yeah, very bad karma. All of us parents, we're trying our best, and even the best parents can have children who go their own way and go a wrong way. And I would hope that if something like that did happen to one of Jess's kids, I would imagine that Cheryl might be one of the first people to say, "I'll help you,"
I mean,
even despite all of this crap.
I would.
And some humility is necessary here, Jess, because that was a really awful thing to say. And, even after talking to Cheryl personally and hearing how vulnerable her niece still feels about this, to then be name calling her niece a victim of a crime like this is hideous. This is hideous.
It's exactly
hideous
punching
behavior.
down, and it's so gross, because you talked about how there was so much shame. She knew that, and she went and attacked that one thing that you gave her, and she wants to
Yep.
talk about all of this. That is such gross and disgusting human behavior.
It's really gross. Somebody in the chat said it made them feel nauseated. That's exactly how I felt the first time I heard it. I felt sick to my stomach.
Well, it's the same way I felt when I saw that what she had said about people who have been dealing with infertility. I mean, there is, whether you believe in God, the universe, or the spaghetti monster, there is a truth to what you put out in the world will come back at you. And
You
that
will
is,
reap what you sow. It's a natural law. You will get back what you give. Every major religion has that in it. You will get back what you give out. And I am scared for her. I'm scared for what's coming for her. You can change now. I feel like she's like Scrooge. Change now before you have to see what your future is going to be like if you don't. This is bad behavior. I mean, the worst.
Came home with someone that was in a cult, I would be like, get the fuck out of my house. Dear God. I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch the interview I did with her. She got me at a vulnerable time. My studio had been canceled.
when you found soul,
right? And I had to transition immediately from studio to closet studio. And I was like, okay, she kept asking me to come on. And I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe having a guest on the day where I have to do a show out of my motherfucking closet makes sense. She saw that vulnerability, looking back on it, and took advantage of the fact that I was down bad. And then I proceeded to bring her on the show where she talked in her voice and talked about some sort of a crazy story about her niece who joined the cult.
That's my voice.
Listen, that was why she was supposed to be there. Like, what are you talking about? You knew that's what she was going to talk about. She didn't even listen. Some kind of a crazy story about her niece being in a cult. Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's like a hit show on Netflix, which Twin Flames, you guys should all go watch it. And then go watch, by the way, go watch Cheryl's video that she posted recently about her family. It's on her channel about her family's experience with it.
and
Okay, that was it. That was the end of it. Thank God. Thank God.
yes, we all wish that your
She does
niece,
replay, but you don't
whatever,
have to do it. Olaf did
Yeah.
a good job at the ending. She went back to the children thing.
Oh, hold on.
It's
What do you mean? What do you mean your child is in a cult? Your niece is in a cult? What do you mean she found love on the internet and joined a cult and couldn't get out? I'm sorry. I don't raise pussies.
Oh,
I mean, who says that? I hope to God she has never said that to her children. And I found my husband on the freaking internet, and we've been married for 24 years. So shove that up your butt.
Same.
my
Congratulations.
sister and my brother-in-law too. Same.
It
So,
wasn't
people-
planned. It just happened. I wasn't looking on, and I mean, it was back in 2000 before there was a real internet.
Thank
Well,
you.
all right.
Thank you so much. And thank you to the chat. I appreciate everything that you guys have done. And I appreciate Jolene and Olap giving me a voice, and that I really didn't have. I didn't think I needed it until after I had the voice. And then I felt relief. So thank you.
Good.
You feel
Good.
validated, I think. And I think revisiting that podcast was a great idea, like marketing, whatever, that now you have a new audience that don't know.
That
So
don't know and need
it's time to talk about it again.
Listen, Cheryl, you're welcome back anytime for us to really get into that. And not any more of this. We can get into talking about your story and what you've been through, because I would like to get into more detail on that for sure.
I would love to.
Let's do
And
that.
I can teach cyber. You guys can learn about cyber.
Yeah,
that's right. I'm sure I have. Look, maybe Brad would probably like the break.
Yeah,
me and my questions. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to read the super chats that I have left. I don't think there is a ton. Let's see. The Mad Hatter sent a super tip.
Have a great vacation, Megan, and Just J Hip will hold your spot for you. I'm sure he will keep Tug company. This Jess bitch has got to go. Thanks for sharing, CyberChick.
All right, and then we have, let's see, who's next? Nana's Ranch, member for 7 months, says the shoulder of justice is required. That's right, the shoulder of justice. Palomopicus, member for 18 months, another awesome stream. Greetings, ladies. Wendy Michelle, thanks for the 5. I'm sorry, CyberChick. It's so embarrassing acting like this. The secondhand embarrassment is real. It is. At Shishkish 1996, Kim Jong got nothing on this chick. I love that comment. Lizzie, member for 17 months, bunnies versus foxes. I know which I prefer. Oh, Lord. AK, the cat lady, member for 22 months. Are you and Tug interviewing Aiden on Monday night? Yes, we are. Turtle Boy will be coming on my program tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Be there. We are not going to talk about the drama. We are going to talk about his case. We're going to get caught up on where is he in the criminal case against him for witness intimidation in the crazy state of Massachusetts, where they are just they're off the rails. They're off the rails. So yes, we will have, because I reached out to him. I haven't interviewed him in over a year because of all of this that came up. It was like, hey, I realize this is all a distraction from your case, from what's going on with the state of Massachusetts, trying to silence you. So let's talk about that. So he'll be coming on with us tomorrow night, and that should be fun. So tune in on my channel tomorrow at 8. Side Eyes Jess, thanks for the 5. This can't be easy for Cyber to sit and listen to. Y'all who have bought into lies, doled out for sympathy and tribalism. Good luck in life. Yeah, I think, though, that after being quiet for a really long time, like she said, it's a little easier now just to face the whole thing. Side Eyes Jess, thanks for the 2. Holla, anti-matchmaker. It's funny. Genuine, thanks for the 10. CyberChick in no way deserved how she was treated. For many of us, that was the moment we started noticing the toxic behavior being cultivated in that chat and in the channel and its chat. Yeah. The Virtual Juror, thanks for the 2. Thank you, ladies, for doing this disinfecting light. And Ritzy1, thanks for the 10, sent JM a nice email offering to send her a quickly edited pic of herself with brows she can attain with a good brow pencil. No response so far, just trying to help a girl out. Palomopicus, thanks for the 2. CyberChick, this fellow masshole has your back. Thanks, Palomopicus. Prince of Wales, thanks for the 5. I tried to buy her underwear, but shipping was over $1,000. Good thing it isn't leopard print. The zoo would be looking for a lost cheetah. Okay. LMP, thanks for the 2. Damn it. I was driving. I almost wrecked. Don't do that. Do not do that. Shizzy Wiznut, thanks for the 10. I keep picturing Homer Simpson singing Rage Pig does whatever a rage pig does, while Cartman screams, "You respect my authority!" All about the shade, thanks to the 5. Who wants to wake up every morning listening to a raging, angry journalist? I know. I don't know. Venus Blue Cupcake, thanks for the 10. Jess literally forgot she promised Georgia grilled cheese for 45 minutes. The other night, Jay wanted FF. Jess said she didn't bring money. So grilled cheese car drama for 45 minutes. Georgia had to remind her. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And I guess if that's what you're into, but I would be worried if I were a member of that chat that one day it would be me on the receiving end of all the nastiness. All right, I've got to go. I've got to send you over to Tug. He's been live for a while, and I'm hoping I'm still going to be a welcome. But I am sending you all over to that umbrella guy. He is live. If you like this drama, you will like the drama going on in Levy County. Trust me, you will. The Levy County drama is crazy with the What the Hell's case. Get over there and listen to that umbrella guy and subscribe to him too. Don't forget, subscribe to CyberChick on the way out. Cheryl, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
And Mo, thanks for being here as always. And you too, Rogue. Thanks for doing an amazing job that you do in the chat all the time that I don't pay you for, and that you don't have to do whenever you get tired of it. Okay. All right. We are going to, on the way out, I'm going to play you a new song written by Shizzy Wiznut. He says he's offering this to Jess for a new intro for her show. So let's put this up here. And what we're going to do is I instead of making you look at the lyrics, we're just going to put this up here while I play it. All right. Let's see. Where is it? Now I've lost it. Damn it. Where's the Suno? Oh, where did it go? Hold on. Ah, there it is. Okay. You guys ready for this? This will be our exit song. Goodbye, everybody. Me. I drink whole milk, I talk real loud. I say I'm better than the whole damn crowd. The phone start ringing like, how could they laugh? I was only joking. Dish it, sell it, say it, but you know it's all about me. But hurt for a while, say it with a smile. I'm the queen of the sting, I can be mean, I can throw fire. But how dare you call me a liar? It's me, mirror screen and everything in between. I'm the headline, I'm the victim, I'm a fucking mean girl machine. Whole milk macchiato, extra foam, 3-hour meltdown from the comfort of home. I don't need nobody, I swear I'm good. I've seen every clip and every comment in the hood. I hear reaction channels till they react to me. Then suddenly I'm famous in my own tragedy. Poke it, prod it, but you know it's all about me. But hurt for a while, say it with a smile. I'm the queen and the sting, I can be mean, I can throw fire. But how dare you call me a liar? It's me, mirror screen and everything in between. I'm the headline, I'm the victim, I'm a fucking mean girl machine. I said I'm better, I said I'm tough, so keep it coming, then said enough. I said I'm honest, I said I'm real, I will say what I want, calling you names, I don't care about your feel. I'm the queen of the sting, I can be mean, I can throw fire. But how dare you call me a liar? It's me, mirror screen and everything in between. I'm the headline, I'm the victim, I'm a fucking mean girl machine. No one can tell me what to do. You're beneath
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take
we're
a
trying
look.
to. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but